Welcome back, everybody. You are listening to the Pillaging Podcast, the number one podcast in Raider Nation. I'm your host, Kenny Stapler, joined this week by
your boy Chet.
And everyone else is muted. Welcome to Zoom Life, everyone. Make sure you like and subscribe to the show on YouTube and or leave a review for us on your podcast service of choice. Make sure you visit onenationfanwear.com for the greatest gear in the nation. Debuting this week is the Icy Fresh all white and silver Pillaging Just for Fun hats. Do us a favor, do One Nation a favor, head over to onenationfanwear.com. I do believe capital PJ4F at checkout will get you free shipping still this week. So give it a try. If it works, cool. If it doesn't, hey, buy it anyways, man. The prices are nice. The gear is twice as nice. Also, make sure you take a pic of you wearing that gear and hashtag 1N to have your pic featured on the One Nation website, which has just gone over a complete redesign. So you got to check it out. It's a really nice site, really easy to browse, even easier to spend your entire paycheck. Head over to onenationfanwear.com right now. Let's get this whole thing cracking.
Dope fucking gear too.
Let's get this thing cracking by cracking open some cold ones. Let the pillagers know what you're drinking, Shay. What are we pouring out this week?
Oh well, look at man, these have been in the fridge since Sunday, because we were gonna try to get the show up on Sunday, and then the heat wave decided to shut that down, bro. Let's shut that down real quick. So these are nice and cold, bro. I just broke them out. This right here is that something new, and this is a mocha imperial oatmeal stout. This is coming from Story Coffee Co. and Altamont Beer Works, bro. Okay, and Altamont Beer is one of our faves. They come out with that Mac Drizzle, which your boy Bobby Wasabi will be following up with. That's right. I knew it was on deck. But this bad boy is an 8.7 on the ABV. So let's go ahead and pour this bad boy out. Let's see what it's all about.
While you're doing that, I'm going to give a shout out to Cold Clear Water. Cold water. That's right. Your boy's back on that keto train.
High quality H2O.
Although I was at Bobby's house last night, got to try some of that Intercept wine by Chalk Woods and 24 Wineries.
There you go.
The Chardonnay and the Cabernet. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. All right, here comes the taste. That is a dark one.
Oh, that's rich. That is a rich Imperial Stout, man. Real good. I dig it, man. By the way, I don't know if you guys recognize that, but that's the dude. That's the dude on
looks
the
like
can.
Bro, it looks like Charles. I'm not gonna lie.
It's the dude when he's looking up the skirt. That's what it is.
Look at they got an homage to him, and
that's
on
cool.
This can, bro.
Cool.
They got him like there dancing
Shout
around
out
in
to
a row.
brother. I just watched Old Brother, Where Art Thou? Great film.
Delicious though, man. The chocolate, that mocha, you get that flavor of the mocha. Oatmeal, I mean, it's an oatmeal style. You don't really taste a whole lot of oatmeal in most of them. You know it's oaty, it's roasted. You get that roasty flavor, and it's rich, man. It's rich. I'm digging it.
Is that some Rob Zombie type shit? Rob Zombie, baby. Rob Zombie.
Got to remind the crew right now. Got to mute Kane. Got to remind you guys. First 15 minutes, got to stay clean. YouTube regulations. I don't make the rules. I just try to follow them. So let's keep it clean off for the first 15. Quick reminder. In the meantime, let's give a shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to St. Kaufman, an original pillager for sure. A big shout out to Perry, the original pillager out there.
Yeah, Perry.
Vince is in the house, of course. Pete's in the house. OneNationFanwear.com is in the house. Lizette Romero, I see Jesus in the house. Noe's in the house. Eddie's been in the house. He was first here to land tonight. And I'm sure more will come into the chat. If you guys haven't experienced the live show, please head over to youtube.com, like and subscribe and enable notifications so you don't miss a live show. We're coming into the regular season, which starts on Sunday, which means you're going to want to catch those live shows. We're going to be broadcasting Sunday nights after Raider games. And if Raiders play on Sunday night, you're probably going to catch us on Monday night. I'm just saying. So without further ado, we got a lot to talk about tonight. On tonight's show, we're going to talk about the Lynn Bowden trade. Everyone was shocked about that. We'll talk about the moves at quarterback, backup quarterback, Marcus Mariota. We'll talk about some of the waves, some of the cuts, some of the IR moves, some of the young bucks making their way up in camp. John Simpson, Damon Arnette come to mind. We'll talk about Raekwon McMillan, the newest acquisition in silver and black, only built for Silver Links. Remember that. Allegiant Stadium and their sensory nooks, and you're not going to want to miss that story at the end of the show. And of course, David Carr is on one. And last, but certainly not least, in the second half of the show, we will be recapping the GROAT semifinals. We're moving into the quarterfinals, which means we got 2 more weeks of voting. And of course, our week 1 preview, the Las Vegas Raiders. Almost said Oakland, the Las Vegas Raiders versus the Carolina Panthers. So it's gonna be a big show, y'all. We got a little side bets here in the crew. The over under is 3.5 hours. So let us know what you guys think.
Yeah, I want to know what the fans think, man. What do the listeners think? 3.5 hours? Can we do it? Can we stay under 3.5 hours today?
Let's see.
If it was up to Vinny, we'd do a good 8 hours. If it was up to Rue, we'd do 12 hours just to help him out with one of the shifts.
Hey, that's facts.
If
Shout out, Rue.
We would do 15 minutes, but you know what I'm saying? We're real Raider fans. We're not, what is that?
Hey.
Chat Sports Network? Nah. We hate that.
Pow! Shots fired.
12 minutes into the podcast. It's a Michael Jackson. All right, let's keep shots fired. Let's get into it. Lynn Bowden traded to Miami. The Miami Dolphins, not really sure what they're doing. Didn't get Lynn Bowden Jr. I have thoughts on this. Should I spill those beans first? I feel like I should wait. Let's go to waiting for Kane to turn his video back on. Let's go to you, Che. You're unmuted. You're ready to go. You're on court. Lynn Bowden in Miami. Thoughts?
Well, I mean, like you said, I think everybody was surprised. But then, you know what? I sat back, man, and I thought about it. And the excitement about this guy was all like during the draft, immediately after the draft. And then everything went silent on him. And all we started hearing was like these weird stories coming out about FBI breaking into his grandma's house and him possibly being involved. And I think for the most part, Raider Nation was really supportive of him, right? I know I was like, hey, man, stay up, whatever. A lot of people were like messaging him. I think he was kind of in a dark place because people were making some negative comments towards him. But you didn't hear about him, and that should have been the first sign that there was an issue. Okay, like a lot of people think like, oh, if somebody's not doing well, that they're gonna be on blast all the time. No, I'll take this back to my high school days, and I knew that I was important to the team because coach took the time to cuss me out. Right, like he took the time to cuss me out because he's like, there's nobody that we're going to fucking replace you with, bro. You got to do better, right? So when your coach is yelling at you and talking about you either negatively or positively, it's because you're an important piece to the team. There was no word on him. We're hearing about a whole bunch of other players as this training camp got going. We're hearing about, Ruggs and Edwards and everybody doing their damn thing.
Yep.
And the guy that we're like, this is the gadget guy, the guy that's going to make big plays, he's going to surprise people. You didn't hear anything. You didn't hear about him breaking plays. You didn't hear about him looking spectacular. And not until like last week, right before they decided to trade him, a story comes out that he's not explosive at all. He doesn't look impressive. That his speed, the speed that was supposed to be there, wasn't being showcased on the field. And so that's when I started to kind of get a little concerned, like, well, that's not good. That's not good to hear that you got a guy who you think is a multi-purpose dude who's going to give you an edge on the competition because he's multifaceted and he's explosive. He can make big plays, but you're not seeing it. So what's really going on with this dude? And then here we are talking about him being traded to Miami. Now, it seems like there was a series of things that went into this trade. obviously the start was trading for Raekwon, right? Getting Raekwon over here. And I always have this feeling that once teams make a trade or they make a deal with each other, they almost have like an understanding, like you're going to do us scratch our back and we'll scratch your back a little bit later. It always seems like right after the Raiders trade with a team or they make a deal with a team, there's always something else in the works that we have yet to see, right? And here it is, lo and behold, like a few days later, you see this trade happen.
This is kind of a weird comparison. I watch a lot of junk TV. So there's that show American Pickers, right? And then we start off with that icebreaker trade, and then the floodgates open, and then the trades start rolling in. So
that's it.
When you're saying that, that's what I'm thinking.
There you go, bro. There you go.
I want to address the character issues that may or may not have been a factor in any of this. I don't want to throw Lynn Bowden under the bus. Okay, I know this guy's come from, rough neighborhood, a lot of adversity growing up and all that. So I wish the best for him. I hope he finds his way in Miami. I hope none of that's true. But, Vic Tafer's the one that put that story out. And say what you want about Vic Tafer. He's not one to just drum up BS for an article. He's been accused of that. But in the past, considering his body of work, the amount of times he's been accused of that has been very minimal. And the amount of times he's been caught doing that is actually zero. So I believe that where there's smoke, there's fire. Maybe there was some distraction because you get a guy in the fourth round who's somewhat of a Swiss Army knife coming from small school. Don't expect him to, stand out in this shortened COVID camp era and be ready for week one and be this breakout star we all wanted him to be. We all had really high hopes for him. I think fans that even were really juiced on Lynn Bowden knew, hey, there's going to be a developmental curve on this guy. So that's where I don't buy that there are zero character issues. He wasn't coming along as fast as they wanted, true. But a guy like that has that supposed skill set, you think you might sit on him for a little bit. So I do think there might have been some concern around him, even if it's not him causing trouble. If trouble follows him, that's a problem. And keep in mind, 1 week before this happened, John Gruden spoke out in his press conference about the importance of this roster being focused and mentally prepared for this season and free of all distractions and not going out there and paying mind to COVID. He kind of wrapped all that up into this little conversation. And then 1 week later, this happened. So again, like I say, where there's smoke, there's fire. I'm not throwing Lynn under the bus. I think he's a good kid. I hope the best for him. But, if you didn't crack this squad, they've made a lot of bones about culture here in this newly defined Raider era. So I think Mike Mayock is doing a little bit of damage control. I think after the AB thing last season, he has maybe a little PTSD from that. I don't know. Again, I'm just making assumptions. I'm sort of pulling things out of thin air. You may disagree with me, and that's okay. That's what the show's all about. But Kane or Bobby, get in here, talk about what do you think is a performance, character issues? Do you think it's all baloney? Maybe it's both things wrapped together, or just what are your general thoughts on this move? Are you worried about it? How do we wash out in the end? Wide open.
Man. Bobby, you want to talk about this?
Yeah, I'll take this one, man. The way I see it is that there was a lot of reports how they said that they were trying to force him to become something that he wasn't. And it's not that he wasn't a running back. He has proven that before. He has handled that position. It's just he wasn't dedicated to that position, just like he wasn't dedicated to the wide receiver position or dedicated to the quarterback position. The way he was being used is basically the way we were all being used when we started playing high school football. We basically we were the 60-man man out there. We were literally playing offense and defense. And honestly, the way I saw it is like, all right, cool. Well, now you're going into the big leagues. This is basically the elite of your profession. Now the idea is, well, what do you want to do? And it's kind of like, well, I want to do this, but they're forcing me to do something else. And I'm not sure if you guys noticed also the tweets, but he was talking about being underappreciated and blah, blah, blah. It's like, bro, like, I understand you like being a wide receiver, but you have to understand the wide receiver room and look what we have there. Do you honestly think we're going to squeeze somebody out just for you, for a gadget player as well? Not only that, we also mentioned about the the temptations of Vegas. We said it, like, it's going to be a lot of temptations out there for these guys, and we don't want no slip ups at all. And the way I saw what happened right here is like, Mayock said, hey, we messed up, but we're not going to go out there and try to force somebody to become something they're not, and basically just give them a paycheck just to kind of ride the bench. And that's the way I saw it. It's like, you know what? It was a little bit of the person of who he was, just because he's so young, and also just the profession of it. And not only that, I'm pretty sure it would have been a lot different had we actually had a preseason game, because then we would have actually been able, like, all right, look, yeah, you're not really cut out for the running back. Let's actually, kind of like focus you a little bit more, wide receiver and, the backup QB or whatever, because you never know. We might need a QB. One might go, on COVID IR, just saying, but, it is what it is or whatever, and I just hope the young man is all right, man.
That's a good take, my brother. I can't even follow up. That's a good take. One thing I will say is that he has potential. He has potential, but maybe he didn't have potential as a backup running back. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't pick up the running back system, but he was a wide receiver and a quarterback in college. So, maybe he could have picked up the wide receiver position. You know what I mean? But the wide receiver position is stacked. Like, poo pow. Like, you ain't finna, as a Bowden, Lynn Bowden Jr., you ain't finna do that. But if you could learn how to be a running back, we may be able to use you. And so it didn't happen. And, fans, look, he's a 3rd round draft pick. He will flourish in Miami. They will use him as a wide receiver, and he will probably make some plays for them that will make you say, hey, shit, we should have kept this dude. But guess what? We got our wide receiver depth chart is so much deeper than us having to keep a 3rd round draft. Because if you draft a guy in the 3rd round, you either cut him or you keep him. That there's no, you can't put him on the practice squad. He won't last. You understand? So I'm in agreement. All right, you know what? All right, cut this dude, trade him or whatever. Let's move on, because the wide receiver core is deep, and you will not crack that. And you obviously haven't cracked the running back corps, because we're cutting you. So that's how I see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And shout out to St. Kaufman in the chat for putting a bow on this. We were going to get to this point, Saint, but Raekwon McMillan comes over here. When we sent Bowden over there, we sent a 4th for Raekwon. We sent Bowden over with the 6th. We ended up getting the 4th back for Bowden that we sent for Raekwon. And we got a 6th rounder, I think, for David Sharpe to forget where we traded him to, Chicago or Detroit. What was that?
I was gonna say Washington, but I think I'm wrong on that.
But so it basically kind of.
No, you're right. You're right, Che. We
Washington?
did trade him to Washington. Yeah, you're right, bro.
It's Bowden, a developmental player, kind of traded straight up, really, for Raekwon McMillan, who's a potential starter rotational piece at linebacker. So it's a clean trade. If there were issues there, if he wasn't producing like he thought, then we got to set our expectations aside and just swallow our disappointment and be excited for Raekwon McMillan. We wanted more linebackers. You got a lot of linebackers this offseason.
There you go.
Just add another one. So, look at the positive.
Let me just say this, man. And I think Bobby was kind of touching on it, is that I think you're right in terms of the fact that we're trying to make him into something that he's not. He is a gadget dude, right? He is a gadget guy. He's not a guy that you could fit in one position and expect him to just be that. That's not where he's going to be successful. That's the reason why Kentucky had him all over the place, right? Kentucky had him.
And that speaks to the fucking head coach. That speaks to the head coach and the offensive coordinator. If you want to talk about that, We could talk about that. Okay, you could have kept this dude, but how creative are you as an offensive coordinator and a head coach,
And
John Gruden?
And
you know what I'm saying?
Listen though. I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing, man. Like, there's only a handful of teams that have a guy that's like a gadget guy. And last season, what I kept saying was a team like New Orleans that had Taysom, what the hell's his name? Taysom Hill? Is this Taysom?
Yep.
Yeah, Taysom Hill, right? I was like, I think that I was saying this last season, and you can ask our boy who hooks us up with all the info on the draft picks, who's out there DJing somewhere. I thought that a gadget dude, a guy that can come in, that can kind of run a wildcat, who can play quarterback, running back, wide receiver, whatever you need him to do, but just be a guy that kind of throws a wrench into the game.
I agree.
Was something that might benefit us. I said that like early on in the season. I was watching the New Orleans game. I was like, I feel like the Gruden offense needs this. Like the
how
Gruden
come
offense
Andy
needs
Reid
somebody.
can figure that out, but John Gruden can't? And we running the same fucking offense. We're running the same offense. Do you get that? John Gruden, Andy Reid, Mike Holmgren.
Hold on, okay. We got
Shanahan's.
Raider Rich says, thanks for coming on. Hey, we would have liked to have been here Sunday. It was too hot. And before we move on from that, another donation. Thanks to Straight Right Sports. Straight Right Sports says, I doubt this was just a football decision, but if it was, then my only beef with this is if you have a vision for a certain player and it doesn't work out, it does not mean the player is bad. It just means the vision was wrong. Very well put. I was trying to say the same thing. We're in lockstep, Straight Right Sports. Very good point. Very good point. And yeah, I mean that's where we're at right now. You know,
and that's what Ken was saying, right? I mean, that's what Ken was saying, right? Exactly. So I think we're all agree. And I wish him well, man. Like you said, you know, we all wish him well. Like, we don't want anything bad. We don't want his career to go south or anything like that. I hope he has a lot of success in Miami. And like Kane said, I think the guy's going to have a lot of opportunities to be successful in Miami. Where here, if he had to fit into a role, he probably was going to be the last person to get that opportunity. You know, he's not going to be the first guy to get the opportunity. Miami's going to give him more opportunities. He's going to get out there. You're going to see Lynn Bowden in that teal, bro. He's going to get on the field. You're going to see him do something this season for sure. He's got a lot of learning though, because he's got to learn a whole new playbook.
Yep. Speaking of playbooks, Marcus Mariota doesn't have to learn one anymore because he's on the
hey, spend that time on the IR, bro. Open that playbook up. I don't want to see you get chewed out.
Marcus Mariota is going to be at the Wynn pool. He's going to be at the Wynn Hotel poolside reading Danielle Steele novels during this regular season.
Hey, do we as a collective crew have to eat crow right now? No. Or do we wait about 8 weeks?
No, I
crow about what?
I never guaranteed anything about Marcus Mariota. And of
course,
course,
hey, ain't none of us. Are we all Carr stands?
The only thing I guaranteed about Mariota was a good time. And so far the headlines are showing that. It's like,
look, I'm not.
Everybody hold on, pause, guys, pause, because I would really like to cover this topic without going down the Derek Carr wormhole for the 50th time on the show.
There you go.
That's a wrap. We'll revisit that in week 4. We got to go back down that wormhole again. We will. We've stated our opinions. We've stated our assumptions. And we've stated our expectations for Derek Carr. We are not Derek Carr stands. We are Raider fans. We will support our quarterback, but we will be critical of our quarterback when need be.
You got damn right.
Was never going to be the guy. We did guarantee you Derek Carr would be starting this year, and of course he is. But in a corresponding move, DeShone Kizer gets signed to the practice squad. I'm throwing this out to the crew. Let's start with you, Kane. In your opinion, do you see DeShone Kizer getting promoted to the number 2 or the number 3 position? Will we carry 3 quarterbacks? Will he be number 2? Is he worthwhile?
That's a no.
Right.
That's my answer. That's my.
What do you think, Bobby? You know
what? I'm gonna be the odd man out, and I'm gonna say yeah. I say yeah because hell no, dude. Fuck that shit, dude. Are you kidding me? Come on, bro. That's all I gotta say. How many interceptions did he throw in a half? Yeah, no.
No, bro.
That's all I gotta say. No.
How many interceptions did Nathan Peterman throw in a football game?
That's a good point. I don't know what that stat is, but it's a good point. How many did he throw?
Remember, I'm not asking you if Deshaun Kizer is going to unseat Derek Carr. I'm not asking you that. I'm asking you, who do you want back there, Nathan Peterman or Deshaun Kizer? I think the answer is pretty simple. Nathan Peterman's been there a lot longer.
Exactly.
Deshaun Kizer, does he work his way up to the roster? That's the question.
I don't know. Do you think we carry 3 quarterbacks?
Yes, I do.
You think we could carry 3 quarterbacks? Because I think that's the way he gets in.
Yes,
he would be the 3rd guy. I don't think Coach is going to unseat Nathan Peterman because he has this affinity for him. He has this love affair with Nathan Peterman.
He's a quarterback. He's a quarterback.
Like, hey, Nathan Peterman, he's a great guy. I love that guy. I love
Nathan
quarterback. Peterman. I love me some Nathan Peterman. You know, Peter. But listen, Nathan Peterman is the quintessential backup quarterback that never gets to play.
You know what? He is training. Wait, bro. He is training to be a quarterback coach. Right now, he's training for his next job.
You're right.
And
You're absolutely right.
If I'm him, I'm savoring this moment and I'm trying to get that next job.
I think you're right.
I know I won't win in the NFL, but I can teach your quarterback how to win in the NFL.
Because I know everything that I did wrong.
No, that's not funny. Because that's not funny, bro.
Hey, no,
a lot of quarterback coaches are
truth.
Quarterbacks that couldn't succeed.
Right.
But they're better knowledgeable as quarterbacks, and they can teach.
I'm gonna take you to a Jack Black quote, bro, from fucking what's that movie? The School of Rock. He's those who can't teach. And those who can't teach Jim.
Hey,
that's Nathan Peterman, bro.
It's a lot of fucking coaches that was stars in the NFL, and they're coaches right now today.
Not putting on them short shorts.
So I don't necessarily agree with that.
The clipboard, bro. Those little
but I do think what I will do is I will address with you. I will address with you 5 years from now, Nathan Peterman will be a quarterback's coach.
I don't doubt that. What, 5 years from now? Nah. I think he's going to get some paychecks as a backup, as a fucking guy that sits on the bench for a while, as long as he can, dog.
Dude, Peterman's going to be a Pop Warner quarterback coach at best. No one's taking advice from that dude. Come on, man.
All right. Well, he's learning an NFL system by your head coach, who you say is a top-notch guy, right?
Not my head coach.
We're supposed to win. We're supposed to go.
Nobody coaches us on how to do this.
Wait. We learn this all by ourselves. Our head. Oh, wait a minute. He's under your head coach. So, are you saying that his head coach
missed the joke?
Isn't? I didn't miss the joke. I got the joke. But did you get the joke? Did you get the joke? Your head coach is a quarterback football coach, and he likes this guy.
Yeah.
So how much do you have invested in your coach right now, as he has invested in the guy that he thinks he can tutor to be a good quarterback? Come on now, let's not do this. You know what I'm saying?
Ortiz for the $50 donation, man. That is you. Angel says, hey, fellas, just dropping in to say I listen to the podcast at work and I love the content. Never get to participate in the live stream, but here's some cash to keep the win in your sales and the rum in your mugs. Keep it up. I look forward to them. Hey, that's a lot of win in our sales, Angel. We appreciate that. We really do.
Let me crack this beer for Angel, bro.
Yeah, there you go. And I just want to say the previous donations the last couple of weeks, we just had some bills come up, so we paid them. We renewed all of our domains and a WordPress subscription, so the website gets to stay up for another 2 years. And that's all because of you guys. You guys made that happen. We are still here on this water afloat because of you pillagers, not us. Chase is pouring beers over here. Look at that. That ain't paying my bills.
Oil.
This is for Angel. Hey, thank you for the donation, dog. This is right here. Let me just introduce another chela right here. This is the Beer Geek Breakfast Stout, bro. Okay, this is a 7.5 ABV. Cool little design. This is a McKellar Brewing out of San Diego. Okay?
Can we pause and just dwell on the fact that is a breakfast stout? That beer is being poured for Angel, but it was made for Damage Incorporated. Good morning, Damage Incorporated.
Oh, yeah, Damage.
Good morning.
We're going to have to ship him one, bro. We're going to have to send him one. I don't know what the shipping cost of a chela all the way out there, bro.
I'll be right back. I got to hit the head. I'll be right back.
Handle your biz. But yeah, man. No, we don't need to be announced, bro. We don't be announcing to the public.
All right, let's keep it moving, yeah. Let's go through some of these waivers really quick. This week, the Raiders waived Jordan Devey, Rod Smith, Nick Nelson, Sharif, Finch, and Jordan Roos. The only thing I really want to talk about is Devey getting waived. I didn't have big expectations for Jordan, but the Silver and Black currently carry just 3 backups for that offensive line. If you don't include Andre, the backup to the center, they're carrying Brandon Parker, Denzel Good, and John Simpson. John Simpson, as you know, is a rookie. Brandon Parker, we've seen in the past. We're hoping for better. Denzel Good, he's good, man. I like Denzel Good as a backup, but yeah, I said it last year, going into the season last year. I said this offensive line is too thin, and look what happened. So until Gabe Jackson learns to play through injury, this makes me nervous. But the bright side of this is I feel like they're seeing something in John Simpson. I think John Simpson's going to be that stopgap dude, and maybe Andre can play the tackle position as well, or the guard position as well. So maybe we're better off than I think we are. But I had to say something about this Jordan Devey waiver, and that's all I cooked up for y'all. So Devey's gone, Sharpe is gone, and then Nick Nelson, he did himself in. He failed to pass the physical. This week, Nick Nelson takes taco for a loss. Tacos for loss. Nick Nelson. That Al Pastor will get you, bro. It'll get you.
Bro, it got me too. It got me too.
I'm just
saying.
saying.
I got a bad knee, bro. That's why I got a bad knee.
You put pineapple in taco, and I can't stop myself. So,
you put pineapple and tacos and fucking al pastor tacos, and then I get on the basketball court, and my knee won't stop me. My knee won't stop me. It fucking gives up, bro.
I'm about to hook me up some fucking tacos right now. Right now.
Go ahead and make a taco there, man, and stop interrupting me.
Hey, no, wait, hold on. Wait. Oh, I'm interrupting? Sorry about that.
Nick Nelson experiment is over in Raiderland. Nelson was the Raiders' 4th-round draft pick in 2018. Go for it, Kane.
Wait a minute. What? Nick Nelson, he got cut. Hey, look, he been around. And my thing is with I'm not even finna give these guys I'm not finna evaluate these guys because John Gruden came in here and he said anything that Reggie McKenzie drafted, I don't want to have attachment to it. So we're down to the bare bones minimum of what was here before Gruden came in. So Nick Nelson, I don't expect nothing different. I mean, he was never they're not responsible for his pick.
Mm-hmm.
Let him go.
Nick Nelson cut signifies a new era of cornerbacks in Raider Nation.
Yeah,
coming on.
Absolutely.
At one time, Nick Nelson was the best corner draft pick we had for like a 2-year stint. So this is good news. This is good news, right? You got Arnette in there. You got Isaiah Johnson backing up. You got Amik Robertson. You got a lot of young talent there at that corner position. And now Nick Nelson is dead weight. He takes the tackle for a loss, and we move on.
Pillaging.
Shout out to Damage Incorporated for the $5 Euro donation. I don't know where to spend euros, but we'll find a way. We'll find a way.
Nick Nelson was never a part of the program. as far as John Gruden was concerned.
Is that euros or is it pounds, bro? Is that euros or pounds?
It's one or the other. But Nick Nelson's no longer a part of this program. We're going to keep it pushing. Ty Willies to IR. Tyrell Williams goes to IR. Tried playing through a torn labrum. A tough go for Tyrell Williams. Che, this is your topic.
Oh yeah, man. So listen, this came in on through ESPN, man. So on Tuesday, a source told Adam Schefter, you know, our favorite Adam Schefter, that Williams had to undergo surgery, bro. Essentially ending his season, right? So apparently he had been trying to play through this torn labrum during training camp, and things, I guess, weren't working out for him. So he elected to get the surgery. The bad thing about that is that the guy is going to be out 6 weeks. So that basically nullifies his season, and it basically nullifies his career as a Raider. I mean, I think we can assume that, right? Unfortunately, because he came over, he did well at the beginning, got injured, and then we didn't get to see him flourish last season. Now starts off the season over. And I feel bad for him, man, because I was excited about him coming over. I thought he was going to be able to do well. I thought he was going to be able to do well as a number 2. And then when he was moved to number 1 because of the AB bullshit, he did well, and I was excited about him doing that because I was like, you know what, man, this guy's deserving of being able to get that attention. Like, he deserves that. He deserves that attention. He deserves that acknowledgement. And then he got injured. He had the foot injury, and shit started going south for him, right? We know what happened last season. We know that it didn't look good by the end of it.
But you know what, though, bro? Real quick. He knew when AB was out, he was the man. So this is, like you said, he been thinking about, hey, I got the opportunity to be the man. Like, I've been wanting to be the man. Keenan Allen was the man on San Diego now. You know what I'm saying? I could be the man, you know what I'm saying? So now Antonio Brown. Look, if I'm Tyrell Williams and if I'm Che or Kenny or Bobby, you understand me? And Antonio Brown was acting like a bitch. And because you gotta be a diva to be a wide receiver, right? I don't give a fuck if you the number 1 or number 2.
That's not true.
No, that is true. You gotta be a diva.
There's a lot of divas for sure.
No, I'm a wide receiver DB, bro. You gotta be a fucking You gotta be that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
well, there you go. I'm a tight end, so I don't know nothing about that shit. I spent my life watching for running backs.
So I'm trying to tell you, bro. If I'm sitting behind AB and he acting like a bitch, but he my homie, but I'm watching you act like a bitch and fuck shit up, I'm gonna be like, nigga, I'm just as good as you. I hope your ass do fuck this shit up because I'm about to step up in this bitch and be the man. You know what I'm saying? And he did that. Yeah. He did that for the first 5 games. He did that. But he got hurt.
Yeah.
And so his career is over. Because now you're not AB, you're not OBJ, you're not that guy. You were not that guy. You was the second guy who might be a first guy.
You ain't AB, you ain't OBJ, you ain't OBD.
Right. Exactly. Bobby got Bobby following me.
Yeah, Bobby,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like you had an opportunity to be that guy and you fucked that up. You ain't
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
If that was me, I'd be like, nigga, what? I'm the man.
But listen,
you know what I'm saying?
He didn't fuck that up, bro. I mean,
yeah,
come on now.
Fucked that up, bro.
How did he fuck that up? No, listen, Kane, that doesn't make any sense, dog. You're talking about him. You're saying, look, if I was Tyrell Williams and AB's fucking acting up, I'm excited about being the number 1. He was, right? He was like, yo, I'll be the number 1. He came out, he performed, and then he got injured. So tell me where he fucked that up, bro. His body gave up on him.
He dropped passes in Houston. You was not good in the Jets game. Come on, bro. You had your opportunity to be that guy.
You're talking about him. No, you're talking about him after injury?
No, bro.
Yes, that was after injury.
Healthy. No, I don't care. Bro. Okay, AB plays injured. So what? You got your opportunity to be that guy. You was able to play dropping passes.
All right, listen.
No, wait, hold on, bro. If you was able to play and you played the game and then a pass was thrown to you and you dropped it, literally drop it in your hands more than on one occasion, all right? You should have set your ass down and said, I'm injured, or you take the credit for dropping the fucking passes. Which one is it? Bro, you can't take both. It's one or the other.
No, a diva would do that. A diva would do what you just said. A diva would say, I'm not about to fuck up my game and how things go for me on the field because I'm injured. So I don't want people thinking bad about me.
No, a real nigga wouldn't play.
No, it's my turn.
I wouldn't play.
It's my turn.
But I wouldn't play.
Hold on. It's my turn.
Okay.
So he would say, yo, I'm gonna sit myself down because I don't want people thinking, oh, like he ain't shit on the field. Tyrell Williams went out on the field and tried to play injured. Okay, he tried to play injured. Yeah, that's what you're saying, Kane. That he tried to play injured. So. So it's, in my eyes, Tyrell Williams is not a diva fucking receiver, okay? Because the motherfucker's been playing backup. He's been playing second fiddle to another receiver his whole fucking career. So that's not a diva receiver, bro. A number one receiver is a diva receiver. A guy that's always the number one that everyone caters to. Oh, AB throws up his hands and I better throw him a fucking pass. That's a diva receiver, okay? Tyrell Williams was never a diva receiver. He came over to the Raiders expecting to be number two. He just so happened to have to fill the number one spot, and he decided, you know what, I'll take – hold on, dog. Hold on. He said, I'm going to take that responsibility, and I'll be the number one, okay? He gets injured, and he says, you know what? I'm injured. I probably shouldn't play, but this team needs me. I'm going to go out on the field, and I'm going to do what I can, and I'm going to try to be something for this team. He goes out there. He doesn't do well because of the injury, whatever. We don't make excuses. Did you hear him make an excuse?
No, that's what a number one receiver does.
Right.
So okay,
and that's what a non-diva does.
So if he did that and you drop passes, nigga, you ain't a number one receiver.
He never claimed to be, bro. He never claimed to be a number one receiver.
But he wanted to be. No. His aspirations coming here was to be a number one receiver.
Isn't that everybody's aspiration? Isn't that everybody's aspiration to be number one? Come on, dog.
All right,
so you're gonna hold it against him because he wants to be better than what he actually has been his whole career. He wants. He wants
to be what he hasn't been, and you're not that.
Okay, let's get back to the topic, bro. Okay, because to me, Tyrell Williams did what he could. He got injured, and that's not something you have control over. You've been injured. I've been injured. Everybody here has been fucking injured. Fucking Bobby twisted his goddamn ankle throwing disc golf. Okay. Everybody gets injured, bro, okay? So that's going to happen, and your body is the one that decides that, not you. You can have the mentality. You can say, yo, I'm going to fucking go out there. I'm going to kill it today. And then you fucking step on the grass.
And then, or you can also say, cut my motherfucking finger off and I'm going to play.
Okay, Roddy Lott.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, we're moving forward. I had to mute these two guys. We're not going to argue about a player that tore his shoulder and is not playing for us anymore. That's just what it is. Can't play football with a torn labrum. Let's move forward. Bobby, you're next. Damon Arnette, what you got?
Oh, yes. Terrible news. Nah, not really. It's not that bad. It's just basically talking about how there was a tweet by Ian Rappaport on Wednesday that came out talking about how cornerback Damon Arnette was basically sporting a soft cast because he had a fractured thumb on his right hand. And a soft cast, for anybody that doesn't know out there, It's something it's like a cast, but it's not like hard like the way it used to be. It's basically something made out of fiberglass, like a flexible fiberglass material, and it's used for small fractures, on the wrist, on the hand. It's just for those little small extremities, and it's not like I said, it's not nothing solid like he actually broke something. It's just basically because it's for little minor injuries, just to make sure that you don't do that same injury again, mess it up again or whatever, because it does happen, and especially if you're going to be out on the field, you want to make sure that the player is as protected as possible. Well, and like I said, it's not like we haven't had an injured player before on the field. We're in a club. If you guys remember, we had our main man, Dos Equis, the Mad Condor. He was rocking a club. And not only that, but Arnette in 2019, when he was playing with Ohio, he actually wore a club as well on his right hand, and it was because he had a broken wrist. So he ain't no stranger to going out there on the field. And in reality, I kind of like that about a player, someone that's actually out there willing to work through the injuries, working through some pain, because there's some things that you actually can work through, that you actually can play through. But then there's other things that, let me just, help out a little bit or whatever, wear some rib guards or whatever, so I'm okay, and just get out there and you're good to go. But as of right now, there's no word whether or not Damon Arnette is going to miss the season opener. But hey, here's hoping, man, because I'm excited to see this kid.
Arnette's going to be there. He's going to take the field. They're going to play "When You See Me in the Club." It's coming out like that. Coming out like that. What? When you see me in the club. You know what I mean? Yeah. Shout out to Irish Raider for the €100 donation. I believe that is a Euro symbol. Irish Raider, you've been rocking with us for a long time, man.
Shout out.
Y'all are way too generous. I'm afraid you guys are feeling it too much. You're going to wake up tomorrow morning and be like, what did I do? $100 for the Pillaging Podcast? Why did I do that?
They're going to beat us in the DMs, bro. They're going to be like, yo, that was a mistake. That was supposed to have so many zeros. Can you please send that back?
There are no refunds on the show. We thank you very much, Irish Raider.
Cheers.
If we're roasting, it's because we love you, man. We love the bus balls. Irish Raider, we love you very much. We miss your phone calls, man. We miss your phone calls.
Hell yeah.
But the regular season's starting, so I expect to hear from a lot more of you. We will not be taking phone calls tonight, though. However, we got too much show to do. Che, you had a segment and you didn't get to wrap up. Bobby, were you done before I move on?
Yeah, that was basically it. Like, I wanted to remind everybody, it's not no big injury, and as of right now, you know how it is. We got to hold our cards, as close as we can to ourselves. We ain't got to show everybody out there whether or not somebody is injured, whether or not somebody is actually good to go or not, too. Because that's the thing, too, is if we mess with people and they think that somebody's out and they ain't, and they show up on the field that day suited up and ready to hit somebody, knock someone's teeth out, I mean, that's definitely going to mess with them. So, you know what? We just keep it like that. And as of right now, suerte, homie.
Hey,
that's my boy, Bobby.
Kane,
Yes,
Che, I'm gonna let you wrap up your point. Remember, boys, this is quick hits, not slow, long, drawn out conversations about injured player to hits. Okay.
Hey, look, real fucking quick.
Go ahead, Che.
Hold on, brother. All right, listen. So we're talking about the Williams cut, okay, to IR thing, and essentially cut, right? He's gonna go away for the rest of the season and probably the rest of his Raider career. But what that means, okay, what does that mean for the Raiders specifically? That means that we have potentially a starting rookie wide receiver group, okay, in terms of your boy Bryan Edwards and Henry Ruggs joining your boy, the tax collector, out there on the field, okay? So this is the first time since 2009, okay, that the Raiders would be starting two rookie wide receivers, okay? Raider Nation's favorite, DHB, shout out Darius Hayward Bay, and your boy Louis Murphy, okay, who was a converted quarterback. Jamarcus Russell. A converted quarterback, right? And he was the better of the two. Goddamn. Yeah. All right.
Louis Murphy callback. Damn.
Yeah, Louis Murphy. So since 2009, that's the last time we started two rookie receivers, and this is what we're looking at right now. You look at the depth chart right now, it's Bryan Edwards, Henry Ruggs, and your boy Hunter Renfrow, bro, the tax collector. He does taxes, bro. He does taxes on the offseason. He does taxes. Listen, so the expectation, H&R Block, bro. H&R Block. Just give him the fucking glasses. He looks like Clark Kent. He's gonna fucking do your taxes real good. He's gonna do your taxes real good. His wife his wife wants some steady pay too, bro. He's just like, you can get injured tomorrow, Hunter. Okay, enough of that bullshit football. You better have a backup job. The motherfucker has Hunter Renfrow, the Jamaican. Listen, the expectation, okay, all offseason has been that Ruggs and your boy Edwards would provide explosion, big plays, and that's something that we desperately needed on offense last season, right? After AB left us, we didn't have any of that. Okay, there was very little of that in terms of the wide receivers, right? As far as the wide receivers went, we didn't really have a whole lot of explosion, big plays. Obviously, we had Waller, we had Jacobs, so we had some great offensive plays last season from those guys. And Hunter Renfrow, surprised us a few times.
Nowhere near what we got right now.
But nowhere near what we expect from this current wide receiving squad, right? So here's the thing. The question is, if that is not the outcome, okay? And I know you said this a little while ago, not to bring up Derek Carr's name, but I have to. Okay? If the outcome is not that we have explosive plays and lots of points on the board and great offense with these new added weapons to the weapons that we already have, is this yet another season that we start making excuses for our franchise quarterback?
Hell motherfucking no.
Because Tyrod Williams is out? Because our number one wide receiver is out? Or is this the final straw? That's the question I have, man.
How is Tyrell Williams the number one receiver and you're hurt first? You wasn't even the number one. I mean, okay, you did.
He was number one receiver last year. Okay, maybe he wasn't going in this year, but as a veteran, you still kind of hold that title.
I know, but
I would assume, right?
I got a lot of ums about that.
So here's
what I'm saying. So
here's the thing, though,
bro,
this
Brian
isn't about us.
Edwards. I know Brian Edwards and Henry Ruggs are better than Tyrell Williams.
Okay, and I'm not saying that that's not the case. I'm not saying that that's not the case. I'm just saying
I'm not even worried about him. That he's not an excuse. So I know, bruh, I love you and I get what you're saying, but we not finna let Tyrell Williams being hurt.
Hold on. This question is not for us,
Derek
bro.
Carr, but I'm not finna make an excuse for Derek Carr either.
Oh. This question is not for us, Kane, because the Pillaging Podcast doesn't do that shit. We don't make excuses for nobody. We fucking expect performance regardless. If you are that guy, then show us you're that guy. That's what we've always said, right? This question isn't for us, bro. This question is for the Kardashians, if you will, the Carr stands, okay? Are you going to make another excuse for Derek Carr? Okay, and I haven't heard from our boy Berserko in a long time. Okay, I know he's got a podcast and shit too. He just followed me on Twitter. Berserko was on here not that long ago during the season last year, and he was like, "Yo, you guys got to cut my boy some slack and all that kind of shit." And he was arguing for Derek Carr, and we said, if he gives us the same season, if he gives us this type of performance next season, are you gonna be with him? And he said, "Hell no." He was quick with it. He was like, hell no. After this season, my excuses are done. So this is my question. Those of you who are always making excuses for Derek Carr, why he can't do this and he couldn't do this season or last season or the season before, when does that stop? When does that stop? Because now we're excited about the weapons we have. We have two wide receivers, young wide receivers, that we feel excited about, that we think are potentially game breakers, okay? And Josh Jacobs and Darren Waller. That's my question. After this season, if things don't turn out the way we expect, is the
Hey,
excuses
it
stop.
ain't even after this
That's it.
season, my brother. After the first 6 games, if we are 1-5 after the first, and I know, look, I love y'all, PJ4F, y'all my brothers. I love y'all. The ones that's listening, I love y'all niggas. Check this out though. If we start 1-5, because there is a chance that we do. There is an opportunity and a chance. Look, every team that we play after game 1 is a playoff team or potential playoff team. And all these teams are at, in my opinion, better than us. We were 7-9, they made the fucking playoffs. So I don't even have to say, if you ask me, why do you think, nigga? Because they made the fucking playoffs. Did you? No. So my point is if we start off 1-5, where do we go from here? I've been talking about this on Kenny's website for the goddamn, and everybody like, oh, you said they gonna be this, that. Yes, I want my team to be at least 3-3, 4-2 after the first 6 games. But there is an opportunity or a chance for us to absolutely be 1-5. We're not better than the 5 teams after we play Carolina. That's the only team we're actually better than, I think. So you're not better than the Saints. You might match up with the Pats. Can you beat them with defense? And then you got the Bills, who you haven't beaten in 2 seasons. And then you have, the Bucks with Tom Brady. I'm not a Raider hater. I love my team, but I'm also trying to be realistic here. Do you think? And we won't know until we see game 1, right? Right? If you can say, oh, we'll win, we're 3-3 after the first 6 games, which I think we will be. How do you know that? You ain't even seen these motherfuckers play 1 game. This is a whole new team, whole new fucking strategy, whole new offense. This offense has $187 million worth of players on it. Just the offense, $187 million contracts on the offense. So that means this offense is built to be a powerhouse. So do we go out and thrash Carolina 33-16? Do we come back and be equal to the Saints and Drew Brees with Michael Thomas and Jared Cook and make it a 24-17 victory? Can you do that on defense? Are you good enough? These are all the things that we questioning right now. And then we got all these Kardashians that's saying that, oh, you're talking about Derek Carr. Yes, the motherfucking defense is a weakness right now. It's young, and it has a lot of players that have to learn their position. Whether you think this or not, you can listen to the hype of an article or a camp review or whatever, and you can be like, oh yeah, we good because they said this, they said that. You stupid motherfucker. I've been watching football for years, and I'm trying to tell you, the defense doesn't have a depth chart. The defense's depth is whack right now. All right? Defense depth is whack. So when you go and you think about the offense, guess what? There's no depth chart behind those guys either. So if you're looking at the Raiders to be successful, which I am, that means that everybody starting has to stay healthy. If we lose any starters, that can be a problem. That could be a big problem. And I don't know if y'all understand that or not, but I'm trying to tell y'all, right now, what we're looking at is a team full of good starters and no backups on defense and offense. So if Josh Jacobs stays healthy, you know what I mean? If Josh Jacobs stays healthy, the wide receivers, Ruggs, Edwards, Renfro, all stay healthy. Even if we get to use Jalen Richard like we want to, if he stay healthy, we have no until Devontae Booker proves that he can run in between the tackles. You know what I'm saying? We don't have a backup running back until Devontae Booker proves he can run in between the fucking tackles. You don't know that. You think he can. You don't know that. You understand me? We got Brian Edwards, we got Henry Ruggs, and we got Hunter Renfro. Who do you have after that? You got Nelson Aguilar. Who else? Who else? If one of those guys get hurt, who do you have after that? Marcel Aitman? Now you dipping into the toilet water, right? So all I'm saying is everybody stay healthy. We should win 9-10 games. If we have injuries and we plagued with injuries like we was last year, 6-10, 7-9. I don't give a fuck how mad y'all is about that shit. That's my motherfucking point. There's no depth on this chart. And we all mad about the Bowden, you know what I'm saying, trade. Well, we don't know what Bowden could have done because what they had in mind for Bowden wasn't what Bowden had in mind for Bowden. Bowden is a wide receiver. He was a quarterback. The Raiders wanted him to be a running back. You understand? So he couldn't pick that up. So all the little potential plays you thought you was going to get out of him, that wasn't going to happen anyway, because guess what? He couldn't pick up the fucking playbook. All right? So let me see what we have after Ruggs, Edwards, and Renfro. After that, we're flush again. After Littleton, Kwiatkowski, and Moreau, who do you have after that? After Malik Collins, Clelin Ferrell, Max Crosby, Jonathan Hankins, who the fuck do you have after that? Oh, wait. This person, if that was the case, he would be fucking starting, right? So our motherfucking depth chart at whole team wise, safety being the most particular motherfucking who you have after Jonathan Abrams and Eric Harris. You got you cut Demarius Randall, and then you got LaMarcus Joyner, or he's a slot corner. So who the fuck do you have after that? Y'all think I'm drinking and I'm drunk, but every motherfucking thing I said make goddamn sense. Trust me, it do. We have no depth after the starting motherfucking receivers. Or, I'm sorry, any starting players, we have no depth. Let's go from defense to offense, no depth. Here we are again. But we draft all these fucking players, and then you cut these motherfuckers because you don't have no. So help me out here, fellas. Help me out. Help me out.
Kane, can you wrap it up, please?
Help me out, please.
All right, let's keep moving, guys. Bobby, you're up next. John Simpson talking about depth. Get after it.
Muted, Bob.
Oh shit! Sorry about
He's
that.
on mute.
There was John Simpson was one of the cats that I was actually looking forward to. Honestly, he's a big beast, dude. He's a 6'4", 330 pounds. We picked him in the 4th round in 2019, and he held down the starting role for a good couple years. And those couple years, Clemson basically went 29-1, and that allowed the QB, Mr. Sunshine, to do what he does best. And honestly, that's what we need right now. We need, to start filling in the ranks, start getting in, that good O-line. And the way I see it is that next couple drafts, we're actually going to be drafting line heavy, offensive line heavy. The reason why is because, we have to have those players there already learning from the cats that are right there right now. We have a good solid line that has been holding it down, and we want to make sure that they're able to transfer that knowledge to the rookies coming up, get them squared up the same way John Simpson has been getting squared up by. It's honestly, it's kind of surprising for me to say this, but he has become one of my favorites, man. Is main man Richie Incognito. And it's crazy because, in this whole time right now, Simpson's been hanging out with him, trying to get all those little tips and whatnot. And why wouldn't you want to get tips from a person that should have been in the Pro Bowl? Remember that, everybody. He should have been in the damn Pro Bowl because it was some BS about all this crap and blah, blah, blah. But you know what? We all know how he played. And not only that, his character also stood out as well. And we all saw that in the Hard Knocks. We saw that out on the field. He didn't get excited, nothing like that. He would joke around and just try to relax and try to show what it is to be a real veteran. Not just enough to have the pedigree, to have all those stats and this and that, but it's also to have that good character. And why wouldn't you want to have a young player like Simpson, big old refrigerator modeling his game after our main man Richie Incognito? And even Richie was talking about him as well. There was a quote here that says, quote, "John is a good kid. He has a good head on his shoulders," Incognito said. "He worked hard. He cares about football. I've worked with him on technique as much as I can get on him up to speed onto the Pro Bowl. He's been working hard. He's been making improvements, and the future looks bright for the young guy." And honestly, it really does, because there is that potential for it to have the spot. Now, right now, there was a lot of rumblings and people talking about, well, we can save cap and blah, 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 this and that. Look, my thing, the way I see it is that why mess around with a good thing? You don't want to go ahead and start putting in some kid that's raw, that doesn't know what the hell's going on, and just basically be like, here you go, dude. Baptism by fire. Go for it, Brandon Parker. That was terrible, man. So, we can't do that right now. The way I see it is everybody cool your heels. Mayock knows what he's doing as far as trying to play with the cap and this and that. Bowden aside or whatever the hell, don't talk about that right now. But besides that, they know what the hell they're talking about as far as contract restructuring and all that as well. So everybody just cool your heels on that, honestly. And with that being said as well, you want to make sure that Simpson, fines tunes everything as well. You want to make sure that he's well versed and good to go, because you got to make sure that he learns as much as he can. The only thing that they were complaining about him was his weight. They were saying that he was a little too big, and that's no thing. Just have him run a couple extra laps out in the Las Vegas heat. He'll shed that weight in no time. Not only that, they were also talking about how he needed to get a little bit of his Shakira on, get those hips moving. That's why he got Coach Cable there. I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but this is a fun fact, honestly. Cable actually was on a Broadway routine for some time, and not like the Broadway. I mean, it's like your local, like fucking actors or whatever the hell. He actually was on there, doing some twists and moves. He was actually Peter Pan for a couple years. I had that. Hit me up if you guys want to see that video. It's not pretty, but I got it. I'm using it, to extort everybody there to kind of get a damn job. My leg is still available. But anyways, like I said, you got Incognito as a teacher. You got Tom Cable, which a lot of people say he's a good coach. Not only that, Gruden says he's a great coach as well. And from what it sounds like Cable is actually the kind of coach that I would like. The reason why is because he's no pushover. And even Simpson said it, he's a great coach, first and foremost. He loves his violent offensive linemen. He loves it when we bury people. He loves when we finish. He expects nothing but perfection from us. He wants us to be great and be the best offensive line in the league. And I love that. I expect all our coaches to be like that. And that's what I like, man. I like a coach that just pushes you out there, man, because it's nice that you have a coach that's willing to work with you, but you can't have no pushover like Pete Carroll, just having people run rampant and do whatever the hell they want to do. You got to have somebody that basically tells you, hey, look, this is what it's like, and you got all the way up to this line right here, and you don't pass this line in the sandbox. And besides that, we're cool, man. Go do what you got to do. And that's the Raider mentality, man. Just handle business, man. And that's what I enjoy about this kid is that he has a good head on his shoulder and not, shout out Head and Shoulders. Hey, man. Nah, I'm just messing. But no, it's definitely somebody that I'm looking forward to seeing a lot, especially because, like I said, I'm a defensive cat. That's what I played when I was in high school. I played defensive line, but I've definitely come to respect a lot more the offensive line and seeing the trials and tribulations that they got to go through, because it's not enough to, protect, the important cats in the backfield, but you got to do it all and not grab nobody while everybody else is trying to yank on your freaking jersey and try to pull you down and, hit you in the face. So they're no joke, man. Offensive line, I definitely, my hat goes off to y'all. Bam.
Tom Cable got that love, hate. Which one you going to get hit with? Huh? Which one you want to get smacked with? Huh? Love or hate? Which one? Hey, you got to take a side with Tom Cable. That's all I'm saying.
Yo. What about that joy and pain, bro?
Great segment, Bobby. Great segment. Rich Incognito is the man. He's really come over here to the Silver and Black and turned his whole career around, like many have done before him. So thoughts and prayers to Rich Incognito. I know you battle every day, and right now you're winning that battle. So stay on the good side of life, bro. Stay on the
love.
Sunny side. Wow.
Hey.
So only built for silver links. That's right. Talk about Raekwon McMillan for a little bit here. This week, Las Vegas Raiders acquire former second-round pick and former Ohio State linebacker, the Ohio State University, and a fifth-round pick from the Miami Dolphins this week. Talked about that trade a little bit already, so let's get into it. Who is Raekwon McMillan? I'll tell you what, this kid can tackle. He can hit. Is he going to be a starting linebacker in the squad? Probably not. I think he's going to be situational, but he complements Nicholas Morrow, a guy that has a penchant for coverage, likes to stand back as a linebacker. Raekwon likes to go downhill, move forward. So these two guys complement each other. He's sort of filling the Whitehead position. Hopefully we get more productivity out of him than we did Tyre. But I like this move. I liked Raekwon when he was coming out of college. Obviously, I love the name. Raekwon the Chef, shout out. Where's my purple tape, Johnny? Where's my purple tape, Johnny? That goes out to One Nation fan wear. But McMillan comes in, fills the role left vacant, again, by the departure of Whitehead. And I think you'll see him in run situations. You're going to see Morrow still in third down situations. So, it's left to be seen. Who will be on the field to play one? Might be McMillan. Might get that starter role just out of situation. Gruden said McMillan's role potentially as a starter, as a backup Mike, and as a starting multiple position type linebacker. We think he can play Mike. We think he can play Sam. We think he can help us on special teams. And there it is right there. Multiplicity, something that both Gruden and Mayock value very much. To be on the squad, you got to be able to do more than one thing. And if you're doing one thing, you better do that one thing really good. The Raekwon McMillan acquisition, Che, how did you feel about it?
Sorry about that. I had to unmute myself, bro. Okay. I feel good about it, man. But listen, every offseason, every draft for the last 3 seasons, we've gone into it hoping and wishing that we would get some linebackers. Right? You and me both, Kenny. I was at your house most of those times. I was there because we had to do a show right after. So listen, I'm happy, man. I'm happy that we're addressing the linebacker position every way that we can. Okay. I know we had some hopes that there would be some some draft picks this season, last season, the season before. But there's something about making sure that you get somebody that has actually performed that also is a very calming and very positive addition to your team, bro. You're bringing over veteran linebackers, guys that you know have been able to play within the league for a couple years. Raekwon was starting, and he got unseated this season by some of the younger guys that were brought in, not because of the lack of his skill, just because those guys have a higher potential and maybe they're a little faster, a little more efficient, whatever it may be. But like you said, he's been a tackling machine. He's he's known as a run stopper. Okay. I think right now, if you look at the linebacking core that we have, you have a multifaceted linebacker core, right? You have guys that can do everything to fill in where it's needed. Okay. So if Raekwon comes in here and he's got, like you said, he's not going to start. He just got here. Okay. We play this week. Okay. The motherfucker just got here. We play this week. There's no way this guy's going to start. Is there potential for him to eventually fill in as the Sam or the Mike? Yes. But that's a wait and see. He's got to get the playbook down. He's got to learn PG's fucking system. Right. But I think this is nothing but positive for us. This is nothing but positive for us. Strengthen the linebacking core, which we have always felt was a weakness for us. And then we can focus on the other areas. I feel like we've addressed the backfield in terms of the DBs in the draft, and we've addressed the linebacking core, which we so desperately wanted to be addressed in free agency and, in trades. So this is what we wanted, Raider Nation. This is what we wanted to see on our defense. We felt good about the front four. We felt like we were going in the right direction there. We had a lot of youth, a lot of talent, just about putting it together. We needed a linebacking core to back them up and DBs to fucking shut shit down too. We've addressed all those areas. Now it's all about wait and see. Let's see how it pans out, right? Let's see how it works out actually on the field during game day, because that's where the payout is. I think Coach said that too. He's like, yo, we could say how great everyone's doing in fucking shorts, but it's not until you put pads on and it's game time that we really know what you're really about. So game day, we're going to really know what this team is about. I'm excited, man.
Me too. A little bit more depth on that linebacking core. I mean, that's what we've all been clamoring for, right? And we'd like to think that the wide receiver talent that we have right now is going to offset the Lynn Bowden exit, because let's be fair, he wasn't only going to play running back. And my biggest concern right now is who's going to be that backup running back. Devontae Booker, I think, still battling some injury. Devontae Freeman's out there. I'm not sure that's the type of guy they want, but that's another conversation for another podcast. Right now, Josh Jacobs is healthy and he's ready to go. So we will cross that bridge when we come to it. Let's move forward. Bobby's got a little lighthearted story for us before we get into some real shit talking. And then in the second half of the show, we're going to dig deep. But these next two segments should produce a few laughs, I hope. But this is also a very serious topic. So, Bobby Wasabi, take it away.
Allegiant Stadium adds sensory nooks. That's right, everybody. According to Mick Akers of the Las Vegas Review-Journal, the Raiders revealed Tuesday that they will be offering quiet spaces for fans with sensory issues or those who don't feel comfortable in crowds to retreat from all the excitement. Yeah, apparently it's a couple of like movable little nooks or whatever that they're gonna have on the north side of the Death Star for people who are introverts, and like that sounds kind of funny to me. But when I was told that it's for individuals as well in the autistic spectrum as well, I was like, you know what? All right, I kind of understand that, because there are those people out there that love to bring their family. All of them, include everybody, make sure nobody's left out. And that's awesome, man. That's what it should be like, dude. Everybody should be out there to be able to experience, what it is to be, in the whole Raider Nation, surrounded by everybody. But at the same time, it can be quite a lot for some people. So that's a good thing that they have those little spots right there set up for them. And it's apparently these little nooks are created by a company called Nook. Who would have guessed, right? What they make. Nook.
Shout out to Tom Nook for all you Animal Crossing players out there. I think this is great forward thinking. My only concern is that these nooks will be chaperoned and monitored by the one and only Malcolm, superfan Malcolm, which can be a bit overwhelming in itself.
Well, I mean, you have to think about it this way, though, Kenny. Malcolm is the perfect like buffer between the crowd and what's going on in the Nook, bro. Because in the Nook, it's just a couple people there just hanging out. You have to remember, man, these Nooks are equipped with like vibrating seats aimed at relieving tension and anxiety, as well as fiber optic walls for emotional security. Wait. And LED lighting panels that can help enhance the individual's mood. All right.
What you're telling me is these Nooks were built for Charger fans. That's what you're telling me, right?
These Nooks basically are built for all
people that can't handle big crowds or overwhelming excitement. You're describing Charger fans is what you're doing. No disrespect to the autistic community. Much love.
Lots of disrespect for the Charger fans. Lots of disrespect. Fuck you guys.
Show me your lightning bolt. Because that's what we're talking about, right? I mean, you keep it 500.
Well, honestly, you know, I mean, it's they're just starting it out with just a couple. You know, they figure they're gonna get overcrowded with all the other fans that come and visit because they're just gonna be upset as far as like, wow, this is what we have at MetLife Stadium. We could have had this. Instead, we just have this empty cement bowl. You know what I mean? They're all gonna be freaking out. So you're gonna need them. And then, you know, like I said, you got your main man Malcolm there and be like, hey everybody, you guys calm now? Let's go to the game. And he'll actually escort you to your seat, man, which is awesome.
Let me tell you something, brother.
Malcolm, what's really exciting is each one of these Nooks have the same capacity of StubHub Field, which is remarkable technology. Remarkable technology.
Yeah.
No, come on now. Y'all know how Malcolm get down.
Hey, Malcolm's our dog, bro.
Love you,
oh my
Malcolm.
God, we out here and we fucking gotta do it, and we over there, and you gotta you gotta fucking get down because I'm fucking Malcolm.
Hey, you know what? You know what? Honestly, I feel like I'm the closest one to Malcolm because I met him on the way to meet up with the Pillaging crew. I've talked to him as he's, you know, excitedly spitting on me, and I've worn the headphones after he wore the headphones. So yeah, man, that's basically it right there, Kane. Exactly how you said it, man. You spot on, dude. On the nose.
You know who else?
What's that?
Finish up. Go ahead.
I will say, but you know what? We ain't the only ones out there trying to think of everybody, trying to be nice to everybody. There's also supposedly the Eagles that have little sensory areas as well, the Seahawks and the Vikings, but nothing the way that we're actually trying to go out there and trying to set up people. So you know what? Shout out Allegiant Stadium for trying to be inclusive to everybody. And, you know, we're trying to include the Chargers into those little rooms as well. So
shout out to Malcolm.
On the real, when I'm feeling overwhelmed,
we wasn't making fun of you, bro. We love you on this show.
Back.
Right. Hell yeah. We fucking love Malcolm.
We love you on this show, bro. No
when I'm feeling
of
overwhelmed, you're gonna catch me at the Modelo Club. That's where I'm gonna be at. But
different
strokes for different folks.
Well, you know what, dude?
You know who's going to be found in that sensory Nook? I think Shay's got the inside line on that, Shay. You can catch David Carr live signing autographs from the sensory Nook on opening day.
Oh, man.
Let him have it, man. I'm looking at your notes. And I've never seen you write notes like this before.
He's writing notes and notes and notes.
Notes and notes. Hey. Ha 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 ha. Do.
That was Chad, baby.
Black sheep. No, listen. Shout out Dave Chappelle. No, listen. Okay, so listen. I guess over this past week, analysts, 34 analysts were surveyed, and asked. They were asked to determine who would be the winner of the AFC West, who would be the coach of the year, who might be the NFL MVP, typical stuff that the NFL analysts will make predictions on before season takes place. Okay. And there was one. There was one.
What makes you an analyst, honestly?
I mean, you're gonna have to ask
because we have a fucking podcast show that has about 5,000 listens.
No, I'm not an analyst, bro. I'm a podcaster.
We are analysts.
Let's get that correct. I'm not an analyst. I'm a podcaster.
Che, you're an analyst.
Hold on. Yeah, we're talking about the 34 that were surveyed. I wasn't surveyed. Okay, I wasn't surveyed. But the 34 analysts that you see on your primetime TV television set, okay, NFL Network, Fox, whatever it may be, these guys were all surveyed and asked these questions. And one of them predicted that the Raiders would win the AFC West, Coach of the Year, and that's right, the most important individual award the NFL has, the MVP award. Really? And that would be none other than your boy, Derek Carr. Okay?
David Carr.
Derek Carr is the winner, the recipient of the MVP. Yeah. But you're correct. That one analyst that made that prediction was Raider Nation's favorite brother, David Carr. Okay. David Carr. Yo,
if your brother was a quarterback in the NFL, would you be any different?
Hey, we're not here to talk
about and I'm not a I'm not a Carr stand. Wait, I'm not a Carr stand. I'm not a Carr stand. Okay. I'm not a Carr stand, bro. You know that. That. But I'm asking you, if your brother was a quarterback in the NFL of any NFL team,
the answer is no.
You would be like, nigga, you garbage. You need to sit down.
You don't even have to say that, Kane. You don't have to say that. They ask you who's going to win the award. You don't have to say your brother is garbage. You just have to be realistic and not say something that's fucking preposterous, bro. Like, don't say something that's fucking stupid. Okay? Because let me ask you, like, Raider Nation, are you gonna sit here and tell me that you 100% without a shadow of a doubt agree with David? I'm more accurate than Dak Prescott Carr. Like, are you going to do that? Okay, are you going to agree?
Yeah, if Derek Carr's my brother, I'm gonna do that.
No, hell no, bro. Listen, that is shameful, bro. I'm sorry. You are a TV analyst. People turn on the TV to get reality.
But I gotta go home and see my brother after. I gotta go home and see my brother after what I said, though.
No, he doesn't.
I'd rather just tell him
his own
in
person.
House, and I'd rather just tell him in person,
kids, bro.
I'd rather just tell him in person, though.
David Carr does not have to see Derek Carr at home, bro. They do not share a house. They do not live in a compound.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
They don't live there, bro. Like,
that's what I'm saying. And on a phone call, I'd be like, nigga, you garbage. But I'm not finna put you on Front Street to fuck up your career so you can't get paid no more.
You're right.
Trust me. That's how these niggas thinking. But I tell you, nigga, your shit's fucked up. You a backup.
Back to my point.
At best.
Back to my point, because the point is that even though that's your little brother, you don't have to say some outlandish bullshit and say that your brother's going to be MVP when the last 3 seasons he hasn't shown that. Okay, the last 3 seasons he hasn't shown that. Okay, but let's just go ahead and look at what David Carr is saying. Because Derek Carr, he finished in the top 5 in every QB stat, right, last season, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, mm-hmm. Did he do that? Is he the most winningest quarterback in Raider Nation, like in Raider history? Is he that? Is he the most clutch? Is he always clutch? Is he always clutch?
But you know what? The Kardashians will tell you that he's got the most comebacks of any Raider quarterback that is stood in history. You know, the Kardashians will tell you that Ken Stabler lost a whole bunch of games before he was a big game winner. He lost a whole bunch of big games before he won the big game. So the Kardashians, they're trying to say that we shouldn't be on, we as the Pillaging Podcast shouldn't be on air talking shit about our quarterback because
no one can tell me nothing, bro. Listen, this is my segment and I can say whatever the fuck I want. Okay, so let me get back to my point. Okay, my point is this. Okay, the only thing that Derek Carr's done right is got his fucking eyeliner right in the last 3 seasons. Okay, that's the only thing he's gotten right.
Facts.
Okay, so David Carr, I don't want to hear that bullshit. I don't want to hear you talking about how your brother's about to be MVP of this league, motherfucker. We haven't even made playoffs the last fucking few seasons. Where the fuck are you living, dog? Like that. Let me ask you, what planet are you on right now? What are you drinking? What are you smoking? Like what? Pass that shit because you took too much of it and now you saying some stupid shit. It's incredible to me. Like, how could you say what you're saying right now? How could you say what you're saying right now when this team didn't make playoffs last season? Come on now. We're Raider fans. We're about as homer as you could possibly be when it comes to supporting your team. Okay, Raider fans live and die with this team. Every offseason, every time we start a season, we're about ready to get this going. We feel like this team is about to be the latest, greatest, best team of all time. Okay, that's what we think every single time. But come on now, this is just nonsense. So that's all I have to say, man. Look, let your brother do his thing on the field and showcase what you think he's going to be. Don't be making some preposterous, ridiculous predictions because no one wants to hear that shit, dog. No one wants to hear that shit, okay? Sit your ass down. Let your boy go out there and perform. If he does what you say he's going to do, cool. Everyone's going to applaud you. But don't be
stop,
making some
bro.
ridiculous comments, dog.
Keep going. Keep going. Don't stop. Keep going.
Okay?
I'm telling you, keep going, please, because I'm tired of all the Derek Carr defenders. Oh, the defense, this. There has been many quarterbacks that have played this game with a raggedy defense and won games. You know what I'm saying? And won games. Look, when we won a Super Bowl in 1981, our defense was garbage. We was 8-8 that year. You understand me? We was 8-8 that year. We had a defense that was just being built to be good. But the offense was able enough to go out and win the game. Even if it was in a strike league or whatever the case may be, we won a Super fucking Bowl. First 8-8 team. I'm trying to say, everybody trying to say, oh, Derek Carr ain't had no defense. You know what I'm saying? He ain't had a defense that this, that, and Tom Brady had a number one defense, and all these quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson got the defense, this, that. What they fail to realize is look around them.
Kane, I'm going to let you continue, but you need to stop clapping your hands. Please. Stop clapping your hands.
Listen, the teams around these teams, around these quarterbacks are not nowhere near what Derek Carr has had in the years that he has been quarterback of the Oakland Raiders. He had fucking Amari Cooper, Michael Crabtree, Latavius Murray that scored 12 touchdowns. Michael Crabtree should have went to the Pro Bowl. Amari Cooper made the Pro Bowl. Derek Carr was a Pro Bowler. Rodney Hudson went to the Pro Bowl. I mean, come on. Derek Carr has had a team that he could have led somewhere. Yes, he got hurt. Okay. You had that same team the next year. What did you do with it? Do you blame the head coach? Because there's been a lot of teams that has had a bad head coach, but the quarterback realized that and still made plays. Still showed that he was the intricate part of this offense. Still made it prevalent that I'm the man. Has Derek Carr really showed you that he's the man? Has Derek Carr really showed anybody in Raider Nation that I am the man and all we got to do is give me some players around me when I already had that around me? That's all I'm saying. Y'all don't want to accept that as Carr fans or whatever. But this year, if this dude doesn't make the playoffs and at least win one game in the playoffs, it's time to move on. I don't care. It's time to move on. Period. Said it, saying it, gonna say it. This team should win 10 games and we should make the playoffs. And Derek Carr needs to win at least one game in the playoffs in order for me to say, okay, we can move on with this guy. We'll have no choice at that point because you won't have a good enough draft pick to go anywhere else. So at least give us that. Can we get that? Kenny, Bobby, Shay, anybody got anything to say about that? Can we get that?
Look, I'll say this, okay? Yes to what you said, man. Look, if he don't make playoffs, and if this team doesn't perform significantly better than last season, then like I said, how many excuses are you going to give the man? Okay, I want this guy to succeed as much as the next man. We are Raider fans. We don't want this team to suck. We don't want any of our players to underperform or do bad. We want everybody to do well. Okay, I want everybody who suits up in the silver and black to do well. The reality is that shit ain't gonna happen. Somebody's gonna have to fucking go. And Derek Carr, if that's you, then that's you. Okay? Don't get mad at us for calling you out about it. Don't get mad at us for calling you out about it. Okay? And so that's it. That's all I have to say about that. Let the fucking social media blocks commence, bro. Because I know the Carr family likes to do that shit.
Hey, they consider it a badge of honor, you know what I mean? Kane actually wrote up a couple segments for this week's show, so Kane, we're going to let you get to those. You got Carl Nassib and DeAndre Washington on the hit list today, so tell us what you want about them.
Oh, shit. We are mute.
And Kane is muted. Guys, 4 months into this.
Okay,
Zoom.
I'm sorry about that. Can you hear me now, fellas?
Yeah.
Okay, so DeAndre Washington, he got cut from KC. And I thought, well, we get 16 players on the practice squad this year. And I'm not, we got Josh Jacobs, and then we got Jalen Richard and Devontae Booker. That is not, to me, appeasing. That doesn't really tug my boat, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? I think I've always been a DeAndre Washington guy, so I feel like we should have never let him go in the first place. You know what I'm saying? He knows the offense, and he's an in-between the tackles guy. Can these guys that you kept on? No, they are Jalen Richard 1 and 2, and then you got Josh Jacobs. You don't have a guy that can run between the tackles other than Josh Jacobs. You have Josh Jacobs, and then you got two guys that are swing pass guys that are gonna dump the ball here and there type. You're gonna Derek Carr, actually, favorite guys, check down guys. So, should we have brought excuse me, DeAndre Washington in and put him on a practice squad just in case this dude get hurt? Because he seemed to To me, when he was out there last year, there wasn't really a drop off. You know what I'm saying? There was a little bit of a drop off, but I didn't see much of a drop off. I saw if this guy had like a whole season, he might get it going. So my thing is you let the wrong guy go. He was cut from KC. Now he's available. You don't have anybody to back up Josh Jacobs. You really don't, because your two backups are swing backs. So where do we go from here? The depth chart at a running back is thin. So what do we do here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, your only choice out there is Devontae Freeman, am I saying that right? And DeAndre Washington. You don't need to hear it from me again. I'm a DeAndre Washington fan. I'm interested to know why he was cut, if it's a physical thing. I know he's on their practice squad right now, so if we want to take him, you got to take him for real. So I'm all for that. I think Washington would be the most logical decision to slot in this late in the game. But neither one of those guys really get me too excited at this point. Those are my thoughts on it.
I would say the same. The only thing about Devontae Freeman is he's asking for fucking money. Like this guy's asking for like starter, like number one tailback money, top 5 tailback, money. And homie, you haven't been that. Like you've been injured. You were that like maybe a few seasons back, but you haven't been that recently. So he's gonna have to come back to reality. He's gonna have to come down in price in order for anybody to actually want to do business with him. Who knows? Maybe he just sits out and says, you know what, I'll just take the season off and come back when it's a regular, normal off season and see if I can get some biters.
And our reality is, I think we have just $8 million under the cap, so we don't got Devontae Freeman money right now. So I say bring DeAndre Washington. That seems logical. Really quick, guys.
Real quick. Let me ask you this.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Irish Raider. It's 6:00 in the morning. Where he's at. He donated another $50 to get this question in. So I think we should do it. Then we'll hit the Nasib segment, okay? He wants to know number one, and I think each one of us takes one of these questions. There's only 2 questions, so I'll get out of the way and I'll let you guys answer this. Bobby, I want to hear from you. You've been quiet. Number one, if we make the playoffs, is the season a success? And he wants to add. Go ahead and answer that, and I'll do the second.
I was going to say, if anything, if we go to the playoffs this season and next season, then of course it's a success, man. It's not enough just to have a flash in the pan thing, dude. That could be real sexy, man. Especially after all these moves that we've been making. It's like, you see that? I told you, everybody, we know what the hell we're doing. And then next year we fall flat on our face. That's just some bullshit. If anything, I feel like if it's not just this season, but next season, then for sure that if we go to the playoffs, then for damn sure everything has been a success, because the formula will show that what we're doing is actually very, very successful. So that's the way I feel about it.
Well, Bobby wants to see continued success, and to kind of just drag that out a little further before we move on. Raiders make that secondary wild card spot this year, win the division next year. Need to see continued success and improvement and growth in the season. So second question, we'll go to Che. Since we're about to go right back to a Kane segment, we'll let Shay get in really quick, do a Kane segment, we'll go to break. Second question, if we make it to the Super Bowl, what expectations will be on for the next season? I think I know what your answer is going to be.
I mean, listen, just pump the fucking brakes, bro, okay? We're talking about Super Bowl? Are we fucking talking about Super Bowl? Listen, I love you, Irish, bro. We love you, bro, but come on, let's slow the fuck down, okay? Because this team has not made the fucking playoffs since 2016, and we fucking made that shit by Panzazo, okay? So hold up, okay? Wait a minute, and let's just try to make the playoffs and be successful in playoffs first before we start talking about Super Bowl and all that shit. Don't get me wrong. If this team makes the playoffs, I'm gonna be the happiest fucking Raider fan there is. You're gonna hear a lot from me. You're going to hear me be the loudest chair that has ever existed on the Pillaging Podcast, okay? A lot of shit talking, a lot of fucking pointing fingers at other teams. But listen, if they go to the Super Bowl, you applaud that. But it's like Bobby said, it's about continued success. Like, we went to the last time we were in the Super Bowl, We came back the next season and shit the bed.
Consistency, man.
Okay. I don't want that. I want a team that if you're going to be in it, if you're going to be involved in being one of the top 2 teams in the league, then you should showcase that consistently. Okay. So I don't care if you go to Super Bowl one season, come back and prove that you were that team the next season. Yeah. So the next season, I would expect them to make the playoffs and be contenders for the Super Bowl yet again. Okay. We're talking about AFC championship type shit, at least, right? If you make the Super Bowl the year before, you should be making the AFC championship game. Okay. You should be doing that. And that's, of course, a whole lot of shit that goes into it. That's my expectations. That's the answer to your question, though.
All right, good questions, Irish Raider. Again, thanks for the support. Big, lofty questions, but that's what it's all about, being a Raider fan, right? Commitment to excellence. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hey, we're not knocking you. You're out there. You're talking about Super Bowl. Keep that energy, bro. Keep that energy. Back to Kane. Carl Nassib, shining in camp. Kane, tell us all about it.
Real quick to tap on what Chase said. Hey, look, we've been looking for that formula since 1983. We've been looking for that same formula to win the Super Bowl. And, we figured it out then. And I think John Gruden is getting close. We got the offense. Offense is stacked right now. We got a lot of weapons. We putting the defense together. It's a young core, young defensive core. It's gonna take some time to get the defense going. You know what I'm saying? But it's been a long time since we put together that winning formula to get us, to that crown. So, I'm with you, bruh. It's time. It's time. So, our window, we got about a 5-year window right now. I think we've built and we're starting to continue to add on to that building, maybe add different rooms or whatever the case may be, but we're building. And we got about a 5 to 6 year window where we gonna be that team. And this year we have to make the playoffs to start to say that the building is the foundation has been set. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, with that being said, and hey, Carl Nassib, look. Carl Nassib is the shining star of the defensive ends at training camp other than Max Crosby. You know what I'm saying? This guy was a defensive end in college. And then he was asked to move to linebacker. So now they have moved him back to defensive end where he can put his fingers in the dirt and feel comfortable. And I see this guy being a big help. That's why they didn't sign Clowney. That's why you didn't see us sign any of these other defensive end guys, because the Raiders are secure in what they already have, like Arden Key, Carl Nassib, Max Crosby. They figure like between these 3 guys, we should be able to get 25 sacks a season. And I feel like you can. You know what I'm saying? Carl Nassib got 11 and a half sacks in 2 seasons as a linebacker with the Bears, if I'm not mistaken. Last team he was with, I'm sorry, I've been drinking. All right, whatever team he was with, he got 11 and a half sacks. All right, in the last 2 years. So you don't think this dude can come here and produce? I do. I think with his hand in the dirt, given the opportunity to not have to play linebacker, but just go out there and be a third down guy, he can bring us, he might be shit. He might knock Arden Key he might put Arden Key out of a job, because between him, Clelin Ferrell, Max Crosby, I think we should be able to get at least between those three dudes 15 sacks a year, at least.
Solid expectations. Can't argue with that. Should definitely see more this year as we get further into PG's playbook as well. He's been promising these exotic blitzes. Will they come? I don't know. But between this linebacker crew, this defensive line, and these safeties, we better see some pressure on the quarterback. So I like where you're going, Kane. I like where you went with that. And calling Nassib's name is kind of getting lost in the wash with all these other high-profile names. But I definitely think he's an asset, just like you described. So thanks for shining a spotlight on Carl, man. I think that's real. 2 hours later, Quick Hits is over. Real fast. Real turbo speed. Take this short break. I'm going to give you guys a quick plug. And on the other side, we're going to do the GROAT vote. And we are going to talk about week 1 opener against Carolina Panthers. This is Kenny Stapler from the Pillaging Podcast. Let's say shout out to all the pillagers out there that have been donating and keeping this pirate ship on the water. If you want to give us a little bit of money, a little bit of that hard-earned cash, you go over to paypal.me/PJ4F. It's quick and easy. Or join us in the live chat every Sunday night. You can send us quick cash right over the chat. Get a shout out right on air. Ask us a question. We will do our best to answer it. Thank you very much, everybody. Again, appreciate the support. And now, back to the show. That was our break. 2 hours, and that's all I give you guys. I hope you use the restroom because it's over now. We're back. Let's talk about this GROAT vote. We're going to get it out of the way really fast. We're going to go into the quarterfinals and then the finals. So it's going to be real quick in 2 weeks. We hope to have this done right before the regular season started, but hey, life happens, but we're right here. So matchup number 1 for the week was Tom Flores versus Tim Brown. Tim Brown, he took it with 58.9% of the vote, nearly 60% of the vote. Tim Brown. I know that's controversial. I know you love both of those guys at the same time. Matchup number 2. This was the heated one. This is the one we got into it on the show. I mean, we got into it. We're not going to revisit that because the votes are in. And guess what? Kane was right. Marcus Allen wins with 65% of the vote. Bo Jackson only taking 35% of the vote. Tallies are in. Marcus Allen, Raider for life. Whether you like it or not, he's the man. To be honest, they were both the man. Marcus Allen had more years in the organization, more yards in the organization, Super Bowls, all that. You know what, Marcus Allen? You deserve it. And then, to be fair, I think the argument on the show was about athleticism. I think we all recognize Marcus Allen, man, synonymous with the Raiders.
Bo Jackson was a dream.
He was a dream. And then quickly
was a dream.
Unfortunately. Matchup number 3, we had Ken Stabler versus Jim Plunkett. Jim Plunkett, my favorite Raider growing up. But you know what? Can't hold a candle to Ken Stabler. Everybody knows that, as great as Jim Plunkett is. Ken Stabler taking 80% of the vote. Jim Plunkett only 20. I would have liked to be that a little closer, but you know what? This is realistic at the same time. It's not about what I want. It's about what's real. And the fans have voiced their opinion. Matchup number 4 in bracket C had Fred Biletnikoff versus Cliff Branch. These matchups had people jumping off the cliff all week. I know it. It was worse because I left it up for 2 weeks, and so you had to sit there and cry yourself to sleep on your big pillow, on your big head pillow every night.
It got me son.
I actually have that arm pillow, Doug. That rocked me to sleep, man. It was a horrible vote.
Your big calabacita head. Fred Biletnikoff versus Cliff Branch. Who do you guys think won this one?
I think Fred Biletnikoff. God damn it, if Fred Biletnikoff didn't win that.
Bobby, who do you think won? Freddie B or Cliffy B? Cliffy B.
Yeah, I'm going to say Cliffy B, Doug.
Cliffy B. Che, who do you think won this one?
I mean, I don't want to say because I know who won. My expectation was, no offense to Freddie B. Like, I love Freddie B too. But I thought it had to be Cliff, bro. Like, come on, multiple championships, Cliff Branch, bro. Like,
yep. Exactly what I said.
That's like voting for Tim Brown and Jerry Rice.
Hey guys, we don't have time for a debate.
But hold on, bro.
Your name.
No. Yeah, that was it. That was it. Okay.
64% of the vote. Fred Blitnikoff. Cliff Branch taking 36% of the vote. Wasn't close. Split Branch. See you next time, bro. Hopefully you get that gold jacket.
You guys killed Cliff Branch again, dog. I hate you.
Hey.
How do you wait? Who won this? Who won?
Freddie B, bro. Freddie B won.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what
moving
Cliff
on.
didn't have that stickum on his hands, bro.
Matchup number 1, Bracket D. We had Ron Wolf. If you know, Ron Wolf was the architect, and Mike Haynes. But rightfully so. It's about players. Mike Haynes wins with 70% of the vote. You know what, Ron? You will not be forgotten. Matchup number 2. This was probably the closest one and probably the most difficult one because we love both of these guys. We just love both of these guys. I'm not going to say any more.
Oh, are you serious?
We had Lester Hayes versus Willie Brown.
Ron Wolf won over Mike Haynes? Are you serious?
Are you listening to the same thing? Mike Haynes won. Kane, I strongly encourage you to listen to Pillaging Podcast, available wherever the podcast is found. It'll be played tomorrow morning.
Wait. Wait. I'm confused.
I'm going to tell you for the third time. Listen, Mike Haynes won. Got it?
Over who?
Ron Wolf.
No.
But now you're mad about that. First of all, are you telling me Ron Wolf won? But no, Mike Haynes won. Oh no, Ron Wolf should have won. I'm confused too, bro. Now I'm confused. Let's move on. This was the closest matchup that we had, and probably the most difficult one. It was unfair that these two guys were against each other, but it is what it is. That's how it shook out. Lester Hayes versus Willie Brown. Yeah. Kane, who do you think won this one? Don't say Ron Wolf.
Fuck you. I think Lester Hayes, man. I think everybody voted for Lester Hayes when Willie Brown should have won. So
thinking for days, Lester Hayes.
Guess what? You're in good. It's good news. I can't even say what I want to say. Willie Brown won. Willie Brown took 54% of the vote to 46% of the vote for Lester Hayes. So Willie Brown wins. Willie Brown comes out. And you know what? I love both of these guys too. But seeing Willie Brown in the draft every year, still real close to the team. Willie Brown, slow motion, running down the sideline, NFL films, returning an interception. Come on, man. It's Willie Brown, bro. It's Willie Brown. We love Lester Hayes. We love Willie Brown too. That's Willie Brown. Buy a hair. As it should be. As it should be. Matchup 3 in bracket D, George Atkinson versus Charles Woodson. I'm sorry, George, because we love you too and your family. But Charles Woodson took 78% of the vote, leaving George with just 22% of the vote. That's a bit of an unfair matchup. I mean, all you got to do is show up to the stadium on Sunday. How many 24 jerseys are you going to see out there? It's all 24s and 81s, right? So there it is right there. Charles Woodson wins. But George Atkinson, a beloved member of Raider Nation, we love you dearly. All these L's people are catching, it's hard, man. But you know what? If the L's caught the W, someone else got to keep taking L, and we still cry about it when our big head pillows, bro. Final matchup. This was not close. This was not close. Ray Guy versus Jack Tatum. A real unfair matchup. Ray Guy got slotted into this bracket because there was nowhere else to put them. You know who won. Jack Tatum won this one with 70% of the vote.
That's so funny. That's unfair.
Really?
Say what?
What?
Jack Tatum.
Wow.
Yeah. So
this is bullshit. I want to recount.
I'm not even looking at the chat right now. I'm not even looking at the chat right now. Let's look at let me see here. Let me maximize this, and then I'll show you guys how this is panning out for the quarterfinals. All right, let me see. What am I doing here? Boom, 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 boom. I got to move some windows around, guys. Bear with me.
Do what you got to do.
All right. So bracket A, we already went through this, but I'll reset it one more time. Bracket A in the quarterfinals, we got Jim Otto versus Art Shell. It's a 1 versus 4. We got John Madden versus Gene Upshaw. That's a 3 versus 2. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the quarterfinals, which should mean that there's no surprises there, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4 make the quarterfinals in bracket A. In bracket B, we have 1 versus 4, Al Davis versus Howie Long. And we got Phil Villabiano versus Greg Townsend. Again, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if you have problems,
I'm sorry, Howie Long and John Madden, but you might have to just take a back seat, baby.
So if you guys had a problem with the way these were ranked, look how it washed out: 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I think these power rankings are playing out pretty fair.
Now that's fucked up that Al Davis got to match up with Howie Long. That's fucked up.
I wouldn't count Al Davis out at all. In bracket C, you got Tim Brown now versus Marcus Allen. Ooh. And Kenny Stabler versus Fred Bolitnikoff. No, maybe not so close. But we'll see. We'll see.
Ooh.
And then bracket B, in the final quarterfinal, we got Mike Haynes versus Willie Brown. I guess this is technically the semifinal, right? We got Mike Haynes versus Willie Brown.
Didn't we just do that? Did we just do Mike Haynes versus Willie Brown just now?
No, we did Willie Brown versus Lester Hayes. You're on
Lester Hayes. Okay. It's getting harder and harder.
Every week. The final matchup in bracket B is going to be Charles Woodson versus Jack Tatum. Good luck to you guys. If you need help, you can call us. 909 PJFF. We're here to counsel you.
Hey, don't pull your fucking hair out trying to make all these votes, because you know what? It ain't even easy.
People are going through changes, bro. People are going through changes on these votes, bro.
Yeah, it ain't even easy. Smoke a couple joints, have a couple drinks, take a shot. You know what I'm saying? And just be like, who won a Super Bowl and who didn't?
Hey, do like us, bro.
When it break down to it, who won a Super Bowl and who didn't? If you got a question, then that's how you answer it. Who won a Super Bowl and who didn't? There you go. That's how you answer that question.
Ouch, that hurt. That stings. But speaking of breaking it down, it's time for our very first breakdown of the season. That's right. It's the preview, the week 1 matchup, the Las Vegas Raiders versus the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Oh,
so
man.
We had a little production meeting this week where we talked about some of the key matchups. We looked at the depth charts for both teams. We considered coaching. Carolina, maybe not the most standout depth chart, but always, as Che pointed out in our meeting, very well coached defensive team, very stout against the run. Historically, we'll see how it plays out this year. Tackling, always bad in the preseason. Well, we didn't get a preseason this year. So here's my whole thing, and this is just sort of an umbrella statement about the whole season. The team that comes out tackling early this year is going to get a real head start on everybody else. Will that be the Raiders? Will that be the Panthers on Sunday? I don't know. Let's look at some of these key matchups. We got McCaffrey, antivirus, versus the new look linebacker core. Christian McCaffrey, antivirus, versus this new look linebacker core. Kane, who's got the edge in this matchup? That Raiders linebacker crew or McCaffrey antivirus? Cut out.
I'm gonna say right now the Raiders. Both linebackers are new. Both teams got new additions to their linebackers, even though they got Miles Jack. The Jaguars are tanking, right? I mean, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about something different. Look, the Carolina, the Carolina Panthers linebackers are really fucking good. And they have a really good defense. And the Raiders are going to have to, they're going to stack the box against the Raiders. They're going to be looking to stop the run because they're going to think the rookies can't do shit. So it's going to be up to Josh Jacobs to run against an 8-man front.
Okay. We're talking about McCaffrey versus our linebacking crew. Che, why don't you take over right here? You seem like you got something to say right now.
Yeah, no. I mean, I was just trying to put we're talking about their offense versus our defense. That's what I was going with. But listen, there's not a whole lot of lame names left over on that Carolina defense, you know, in terms of the linebackers. Okay, so the guys that we've known as the mainstays over in Carolina that have been there to perform and hold up that defense, they're no longer there. The only guy that's being retained right now is Shaq Thompson. He's a guy that was drafted high, and you know everyone's waiting for him to pan out. He's an athletic dude. He's done well, but he's not. You know, he's not what they used to have. Bro. He's not what they used to have in terms of their middle linebacking core. They had Thomas there and homie that cried. Well, what's the homie that got with concussion that cried? What's his name? I can't think of his name right now. He was crying. He said Llorón. They had Llorón there, and he was good. He was good, bro. But that guy's gone now. All those guys are gone, and now you have Shaq Thompson. You have Tahir Whitted, who we know very well because he was just a part of our team last season. And they have Jermaine Carter Jr., who I don't know, is that I'm assuming he's a rookie. I've never heard of Jermaine Carter Jr. So yeah, that's the linebacking core that they have. Okay. In terms of our linebacking core, we have all these new guys. We have guys from all over the place. From Chicago, we got Kwiatkowski. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing his name right. Littleton, Littleton, and then of course Morrow coming in at the third position. And now we got Raekwon who came over from Miami, I think that is the big matchup. We brought in these guys to make a difference and change up the style of defense that we have. Because we felt good about the pressure we were creating with the front four, and we already know that McCaffrey or McAfee, McAfee antivirus. We already know that guy's their everything. Okay, that guy is their everything. He is everything that they want in their offense. He's a running back. He's a wide receiver. Should he even play quarterback? He might have to do that because they don't got Cam Newton no more. They don't got Cam Newton no more. Okay,
He's gone.
He's gone. He's gone. He's a New England Patriot now, bro. But they got Teddy Bridgewater, baby. Okay, so he's gonna be relied on a lot this season, man. So they got to key in on him, and I expect this linebacking core to perform. We brought you guys all in here for a reason. Okay, Morrow we already know can run. He can cover. Littleton, Kwiatkowski, and Raekwon, when you get your chance, we expect you to do what you've shown on other teams, okay? And there's going to be very little room for growth in terms of excuses from Raider Nation. Raider Nation isn't going to give you excuses. I'm sorry to say that. You've played like all-stars and Pro Bowlers in other teams. You've done well in other teams. We expect you to translate that to our team, and no one's going to fucking feel bad for you if you don't. Everyone's going to be very, very upset with you and let you know how shitty you are if you don't do that. So, for your sake, for my sake, and to keep these gray hairs from coming into this beard, please perform. Okay? Please do what you got to do, man. Handle this dude. Shut him down. We know they're going to get him the ball every way that they can. It's your job to stop him. If you shut down McCaffrey, I think it's over. It's over. DJ Moore it performed well last season, but he ain't going to win the game for them, bro. McCaffrey is the key to the game. You shut him down, you put pressure on, your boy Teddy Bridgewater, and this game's a lock. Teddy Bridgewater, baby.
Yep.
It's a lock.
So a comment in the chat from Roland Doves. McCaffrey is elite. We aren't going to stop him. Only hope to contain him. We have to beat them by getting to Bridgewater. You're right, Roland Doves. We're not going to shut him down completely, but hold McCaffrey to 100 yards and not 150 or 200, where he gets that big chunk 75-yarder in the second half that just breaks the game open.
That's a W.
Hold him to 100, force Bridgewater to close this game out in the second half, and it's in hand.
That's it.
I think that's what Shay's saying. We're not holding McCaffrey to 35 yards rushing. That's not going to happen, but don't let him take over the game.
It's about efficiency. It's about efficiency.
Force him into third downs, okay? He picks up 5 on first down, cool. Stays down on second down, force Bridgewater to make a play on third. Because if our linebackers can't get it done, I got confidence in Clee and Mack, right? I got confidence in Hankins. I got confidence in that D line to make a push. I got confidence that Abrams coming on a missile at least twice in that game, right? Get in the backfield, make it ugly. Teddy Bridgewater, he's also entering his 7th in the NFL. He's been banged up, pushed around. He ain't running out of the pocket like he used to. Teddy Bridgewater ain't the Teddy Bridgewater that you're used to, baby. It's a brand new Bridgewater, baby. So, I mean, that was kind of our first key matchup. We kind of bled over into another one. Number 3, Raiders wide receivers versus Eli Apple and Dante Jackson. Bobby, get in here. Make some sense out of this.
Honestly, there's a reason why a lot of people pass on Eli Apple, and that's why I feel like we're gonna make it happen. Yeah, exactly, dude. That Manzana went bad, bro, a long time ago, dude. You can make some Eli Apple only good to just
Manzanas malos.
Dante Jackson, I give him a little bit more credit just because he's still there, but like I said, we definitely got some cats that ain't nothing to sneeze at. And more importantly, I've said this in the chat earlier, is that I feel like Edwards is gonna get a lot more buzz after this game. People are gonna see what he is capable of. They're gonna be able to see the physicality that everyone has been talking about, and they'll be like, you know what? Edwards is right on par with Ruggs, if not maybe a little bit better, just because he may not have the speed, but he'll at least get you out of the way and then try to cut for some more extra yardage.
Hold on. It's something I did not know. I completely missed this. Jonathan Cobos in the chat let us know that Eli Applebee's, he called him Eli Applebee's, is on IR.
Oh, no way, dude. He's probably going to be – he probably got that COVID coughing on everybody, man.
So who's the
Applebee's too much.
So let me see. Dante Jackson, and the right corner over there is going to be Troy Pride Jr. Okay, it's Pride Month. Shout out.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen over there, dude. Pride Month is not happening in Carolina, bro.
Over, bro. It's over, bro.
Hey, but they have el elote viejo, bro. El elote viejo's over there in the backup.
We were going through this depth chart, and Carolina's got some of the wildest player names. They got his name is Corn Elder, Elote Viejo.
Elote viejo, bro.
Trying to get on that, make a shirt for them.
That's that multicolored corn, if you guys didn't know. That's that Elote Viejo.
Look at it, dog.
That vintage corn, bro. It's that vintage masa, bro.
That shit came over from the Mayans, bro. That motherfucker was the Mayan, bro. He's the fucking elder corn, bro. It's the original corn. That shit corn didn't exist before fucking that fucking elder corn, bro.
Wait, so is his name Elder or is his name Corn?
His name's Corn, bro.
Shut the hell up.
Elote viejo, bro.
His name's Corn Elder, bro.
Corn, Apple. Fuck, dude. How many other motherfuckers they got up in there, dude? How much more fruit they got up in there, dude?
If they got Jicama over there, I'm tearing up fucking Carolina, bro.
They got Jamaica over there, bro.
Just got a fruit stand over there. They just put chamoy and fuck.
That chamoy's their kicker, bro.
Hey, I thought their punter was Tamarindo.
That's a placeholder, dog.
Dude, who's Toronja, bro? Fucking Toronja head coach. Fucking guy.
Man.
Hey, carry on, Carolina. Carry on, bro. This is mixed for fucking comedy over here. I'm having a good time.
So we winning, bro. To bring it right back full circle, our wide receivers are winning.
Hell yeah.
Boom.
Hell yeah.
I like this matchup for our young wide receivers because let's look at it like this. This is the first football these guys have been playing all season. There was no preseason. There's no break-in period. They had some padded practices. It's going to be a sloppy first half. We have a rookie wide receiver core that we talked about earlier in the show. What better way to get them acclimated to the NFL than have them go up against, Troy Pride Jr. and Dante Jackson? I feel like this is decent. I think the slot matches up well. I don't see Tyre Whitted doing shit with Darren Waller, and I think Josh Jacobs is going to be sneaky out the backfield. We were promised that this season too. So I just think on offense right now, we got too many weapons. As long as Derek can get settled down, and find a rhythm, this game is going to be all about that second half. This first half is going to be sloppy. It's going to be some 3 and outs. It's going to look defensive. It's going to be slow. It's going to grind it out. That's where McCaffrey's going to be dangerous. But you know what? Josh Jacobs dangerous too. So grind it out on the ground, fellas. But in that second half, I want to see this offense open up and take advantage of a defense that ain't ready to tackle yet, to be quite honest with you. And a cornerback crew that is green as all green. Green as elder cornfields. You know what I'm talking about? What I'm talking about. Another matchup we had on, I'm not sure what happened to Kane. Another matchup we had on there was, well, I guess it's more of a key than a matchup, neutralizing Derek Brown and Brian Burns, the defensive ends over there in Carolina. And you know what? Defensive ends are nice when you got no pressure coming from behind. You got really nothing coming up the middle, as far as I can tell. You got Kwan Short. You got
hold on.
Derek Brown.
Derek Brown's at the middle, right? Derek Brown's the DT. Brian Burns is on the outside. So they got a little bit of both. And we got to neutralize those two. I think Brian, I'm not sure on the stats on Brian Burns. I don't know if you guys got any Brian Burns stats, but I know he had a nice start to last season in terms of getting to the quarterback, being disruptive. And Derek Brown, the expectation is for him to be a plug the middle run stopper and create pressure up the middle. So
Derek Brown versus Richie Incognito and Rodney Hudson, though.
Yeah, that's it, right? That's the key, right? The key to all of this is our hogs, not their hogs. Okay. You got to get that
hogged out.
Man, boo, ball up on you, bro. Okay. I want that Chi-Chi. I want that fucking male Chi-Chi all up on this dude, and I want him looking to the sidelines, complaining, asking for extra help, asking the coach, what are we doing? Why are we studying more? Let me get around these guys. Like, I want him to just be sad and upset because he's being manhandled by one of the best guard center combos in this league. That's what this Raider offensive line needs to do. And if he tries to go to the other side, Gabe Jackson's going to have to do the same exact damn thing, okay? But that man boob all up on you, son.
Taco meat. That taco meat sizzling, bro. Sizzling. Right defensive end over there in Carolina is Yeeter Gross Matos, about to get yeeted by Colton Miller all over the field on Sunday. My prediction. Yeet. So keys of the game. Right, keys of the game. Bottom line, establish the run, shut down, uninstall McCaffrey antivirus. Right, get that off your machine right now if you got it.
Don't need that.
Yep. Win the time of possession battle. Keep that offense keep McCaffrey off the field. Let that defense get gassed. I'm not seeing a whole lot of names on this roster. Right, let them get gassed again. You ain't conditioned yet. This is week 1. That time of possession is going to smack harder than it is in week 8. Tell you what, you're going to be gassed. Put it all on Teddy Bridgewater, man. Teddy Bridgewater. Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater, this is your second chance in the NFL. New Orleans didn't count. I mean, you really had way too many weapons there for what you were able to do. Taysom Hill had to come in and make plays for you, dog, if we're keeping it 100. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it real. So, 35-year-old rookie came in to make plays for you, bro. That's what everyone thinks Taysom Hill was a rookie last year, bro. The guy's like 47 years old, dog. He's a G.
It's Doug Flutie Jr., bro. Doug Flutie Jr., bro.
Right. And I'm just saying that New Orleans offense is pretty dynamic. If you put Taysom Hill on the Panthers, I don't know that he does as much as he did with the Saints. So now you take Bridgewater out of New Orleans and put him on the Panthers, about to get smacked in the face. Max Crosby about to earn that third X. Dos X's about to go triple X.
They're gonna have like that black rectangle like around him, dog. Just gonna be censored, dog.
On his eyes, bro. They're gonna have it on his eyes only. He's gonna roll out there with pasties, bro. Triple X, Max Crosby, bro. The Gentleman's Club. That's what we're gonna call him. Gentleman's Club.
Players Club.
Yeah. Put it all on Teddy Bridgewater. Really, what it comes down to. I think this defense is it's a good one to beat up on week 1. See what this offense can do. Derek Carr's out there. It's going to be batting practice as far as I'm concerned. You're not going to hit them all out of the park, but make some contact, hit some base hits. Let's move the chains, win that time of possession, and put it all on Teddy Bridgewater because that offense, it's McCaffrey, man. That's the offense.
And they got a new coach as well too, man. Remember, he's a university coach, Baylor. So this is his first time stepping up to the big game. So he's gonna learn the whole speed of the NFL as well, because it's nice having your players in your little house to play with and all that, and trying to get them to get the whole plays and blah blah blah. But when it's full speed out there and everyone just knocking each other out, it's gonna be a whole different thing. When you got Chucky out there screaming profanities in your face, it's gonna be a whole different thing out there, man. So
one matchup we didn't talk about was their wide receiver core against our young cornerback core. They're going to roll out DJ Moore and overpaid Robbie Anderson. We called it. He's going to be Mr. Overpaid. Curtis Samuel and your favorite wide receiver, Bobby, Seth Roberts.
I can't believe you brought that up, bro. I sold all those jerseys on Reddit. You weren't supposed to bring that up no more, dude. I'm not clowning on all your 90 Carl Joseph jerseys that you got, bro. I remember you still got that Carl Joseph with the Chinese writing on the back, bro. I hope it says Carl Joseph. I don't know what it says.
I don't know what it says, bro. I got the one that said Carl Joseph, full name on the back. I pasted Nasib over it. Sorry, Carl, but your name's now spelled with a K. Deal with it.
Look at it, dog. It was Carl Youssef, dog.
Carl Youssef.
That was a Middle Eastern sensation, bro.
The chat wants our score predictions, guys. So, Bobby, you got the mic, man. What's your score prediction?
I am going to say it's going to be 13 for Carolina and a healthy 21 for us.
21-13.
I could see them scoring once and then just relying on their kickers, and that's it.
Fair enough. Very realistic. Che, it's on you, bro.
You know what, man? I think in sports in general, man, when your team is still coming together, like still gluing together, and tends to be a little sloppy in the beginning, right? Because this is technically, we're starting the season, is we didn't get any preseason games, like you said, right? So there's no on the field, experience yet. That tends to affect. I think it affects the defense a lot more than the offense early on, because defense has a lot more pressure in terms of stopping stuff. Like, you got to shut stuff down, get your offense on the field. So I'm actually expecting the opposite. I think we're going to see actually a higher score to the game than we thought we would, right? I think some big plays and shit like that will come into effect. So I'm going to say this game will be won by the Raiders. And I know a lot of people are predicting that it won't be. Okay. It's going to be won by the Raiders. Raiders 35, Carolina 27.
Oh, wow. A lot of scoring going on. And I'm looking at the schedule predictions we did, the post-draft predictions we did. And we all had the Raiders winning this game. So I'm going to stick to that. And I'm actually even looking at my prediction write out that I did. This was like way back in April. And I have the prediction at 20-17. I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to say 2 touchdowns, 2 field goals for the Raiders. Stay productive, getting downfield and punching it in on 4 drives. And I'm going to give the Panthers 2 touchdowns just because this is week 1. Everyone's coming together. We do have a young defense. I think this defense figures it out. I think those 17 points actually come late after, again, like I said, a really slow first half. Carolina makes it interesting at the end, but runs out of time. Not enough to put it all together. We take one on their home field in front of nobody. 20-17 Raiders. Yep. You heard it here first. What do you say we take one phone call, guys, from Juice?
Let's do it.
And we'll get out.
Juice.
No wheezing the Juice.
What's up, nation? It's Juice. So glad you're back, guys. Missed you. Kenny Kane, Che, Bobby. And I like what you did there with the built for silver links. That like a Raekwon McMillan reference. So I see what you're doing there. Anyway, guys, really fired up. Football starting this weekend. I can't fucking wait. This way we can stop fucking talking about, is Carr good enough? Is he not good enough? Maybe not this weekend. We're not out to find out this weekend, because one game, whatever. But we're going to finally put that to rest. We'll stop talking about it. Either he's going to suck, and we'll just talk about how much he sucks and who else we should get, or he's going to be great, and we can just stop talking about it, right? Also, on the blog, good to see everybody coming back. Now the football's starting. You stop talking about Trump and all the fucking bullshit going on over there. Anyway, about some surprises to the 53. I'm sure you guys are going to go over that. I don't want to waste too much time. I want to hear your guys' opinions on it. But there's some interesting stuff going on the 53 there. Mm-hmm. And we got to make sure we're patient with our rookie receivers. You guys remember last year I called up and I had said something like that Renfro was getting straight and bullied out there.
Yeah.
That was after the whole AB situation. We're relying on people. And Renfro was getting bullied to the start. And he figured it out. Things got a little easier for him. So hopefully all these rookies we got on offense and at corner and safety and all that, it's going to be kind of wild. So, let's see what happens here, right? Anyway, I don't know. I want to land the plane. I'll catch you guys later. I'll call you next week so we could all overreact to what happens this week. Anyway, oh yeah, and I'm looking forward to the GROAT conversation. Almost forgot about that. A lot of fierce battles going on. Yeah. All right, man. Just so happy you guys are back. Catch you all later. Peace.
Peace out, Juice. Great call.
Juice.
Ended the plane, covered several topics, clear phone connection, even down here in shitty Gilroy, where I get no service. Great call, Juice, and it's good to hear from you, and we miss you. And, Juice, you remind me, because Juice has been itching to get back in the studio with us. Guys, we are looking at returning to the studio Sunday night. We don't even need that drop. We just do it with your mouth.
Dang.
The gang is going to be over here on Thursday is what it's looking like. Hopefully we can keep that together. And we're going to be putting the studio back together because it's all pieced out from, I had other jobs to do. I had some contracted work to do. But
Kenny's a hitman. Sorry, Kenny.
Blow up the spot, bro.
Thanks for blowing my cover, Bobby. Punishment sauce.
In the eyes.
But yeah, man. So
never look Kenny in the eyes, bro. Never look Kenny in the eyes.
That's why I got these sunglasses on, bro. It's been cool doing this on Zoom, but I miss my brothers. We've been able to get together a few times here, and we've all been taking care of ourselves, getting tested and all that. So feeling really safe, feeling really confident. Hopefully we get back in the studio on Sunday after this victory. Pounds going around, fresh beers being cracked right into my nose, and that kind of camaraderie that only comes with being in person. So thanks for riding with us as we figured out this COVID situation. But let's get a little bit back to normal, guys. We got football and Pillaging Podcast back in the studio, back in the crow's nest, y'all. You know what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Look forward to that. Yeah, everyone's really excited. So, Juice, your time over here is coming. Pick a date where it's not so hot. You don't need to suffer through that. And with the donations we got tonight, it looks like we may have earned ourselves an air conditioner. So, don't get pumped up, everybody. But hopefully. Anyways, any last words before we get out of here, guys?
Hey, man, all I have to say is I think everybody is excited for this season to start. And it's no different here, man. We're all hoping for the best outcomes and the best expectations. And we're riding with y'all, Raider Nation. Okay?
Hell yeah.
Ain't no hate over here. We don't got no reason to hate anybody yet. Nobody's touched the field yet. So we're gonna be nice to everybody. We're gonna love everybody. Everybody love everybody. ELE. Everybody love everybody, bro. Okay. And we're gonna get out there. We're gonna play some fucking football. We're gonna see what this team is really all about, man. And I hope that we get what we deserve. You heard that, Raider Nation? We get what we deserve. As a fan base, we deserve a winning team. So let's make that happen. Let's make that happen.
Bobby, what say you?
Chev said it all right there. The only thing I would have to say or add to any of this is I want to send out some shout outs, if you guys don't mind.
Yes.
Want to send a shout out to one of my little sisters. It was her birthday a couple weekends ago. That's why we didn't That's why we didn't record or that last Sunday. It was my fault, everybody. I took the keys to the studio. I shut down the studio by accident, pulled a Puff Daddy. But shout out to my sister. Happy birthday. Shout out to my pops, Descanse en Paz. And not only that, shout out also to our boy, Mark Soto, whose mom's also had a birthday as well.
Hey.
And whose big sister had a birthday as well. So, dude, everybody be being born right now, dog. Everybody's all up in September, dog. So definitely big shout out to Raider Bionic as well. Cool cat. Shout out to the dog, to Jant, and shout out to my boy Juan Face, who's going through some messed up times right now because he was part of that whole BC thing and the whole Boulder Creek fire and all that. So shout out to my homie right there, dude. I'm looking out for you, bro.
Shout out to everyone displaced by these fires, man. I'm sorry about your boy. California's on fire right now. If you guys even seen video of Oregon, the sky is blood red out there.
Yep.
Go check that out. It is fierce. The sky is angry.
My lady actually got a actual picture from her aunt from out there. She's out in Oregon, and that shit is red, bro. Like red. Like out here, the daytime today was like really smoky and all the sunlight was like orangey, you know, but out there the sky looks red, blood red orange out there. So hey, prayers to everybody that's close to these fires. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. Everybody that's out there close near these fires, man, stay safe.
Yeah.
And you know, our thoughts, our prayers are with you, man. We hope that you guys come out of this well and that and that your homes come out well too, man, because let's be real, man. That's the real risk is most people are sticking around and try to save their property and save their homes that they worked so hard for. Nobody deserves to have to go through that, man. So I'm hoping and I'm praying for you all.
And big shout out to all the firefighters out there and also all the inmate crews out there as well, dude, because a lot of people forget that, man. A lot of the people out there fighting those fires are those inmate crews, man, and they getting paid like $1 a day or something like that. So big shout out to everyone out there that doing everything they can. Big shout out to all the people helping out as well in the shelters and all that, everybody. So
and let's get these motherfuckers some jobs when they come out, huh? How come they're good enough to get to do that work when they're in prison, and then they come out of prison, they can't even get that job that they were doing for you all those years? Fuck that bullshit, man.
Facts.
Let's stop that nonsense, man. If you want to stop them from being criminals, then fucking give them a way to provide for themselves and their families.
Shout out to my boy John Higgins, who's in tree service. He's out there right now cutting down trees in these fires. He's a brave dude. Compensated handsomely, but putting his life on the line regardless. He's got a family at home. So John, we pray for you. Shout out to everyone in the chat, man. Shout out for everyone that contributed tonight. To Angel, to Irish Raider, to Raider Rich, to Damage Incorporated, to everyone that was chiming in. Who did I miss, man? Everybody. You guys are real ones. You sticking with us late into the evening. Those of you in the live chat make this whole thing real for us, seeing it happen right in front of our eyes. Shout out to my lady. She's been great. We've spent some good time together. Shout out to Juice, man, because we miss you. We miss you in the studio. Shout out to Silver and Black 666. Shout out to Dirt Lot. Use a real one. Shout out to everyone that Bobby shouted out already. And shout out to Disc Golf because
you're still wearing the hat.
Keeping me sane right now, getting me out of the house. Shout out to all you guys. Much respect.
Shout out to David and Melody.
And big family. Time. And shout out to all these Raiders about to take the field for their first ever NFL football game. We wish you peace, love, safety, and health throughout this season. And hopefully you get a full season, man. So shout out to everybody.
Shout out.
God damn it. We will see you Sunday after the game, our normal time, 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, somewhere around there. You'll catch us live. It's been real. This is the Pillaging Podcast. You know what it is. That's it for this week's show. Tune in every week wherever podcasts are found. I'm Kenny Stapler, joined this week by
your boy Chick,
Bobby Wasabi,
and Raider Kane.
Yeah.
Stay safe, everyone. Until next week, keep the wind in your sails and the rum in your mug, and pillage on, Raider Nation. We out here. Peace.
Raiders.
sound. Like a diesel motor, you never shut down. With your pistons pumping, you're mowing them down. It's a sight to see, they all lay their money down. When you're gone, mama, hell, you ain't acting right. When you're gone, mama, I can still see your eyes. When you're gone, mama, this'll be my last goodbye. When you're gone, gone, gone. When the sky is gray and the night sets in, it's your cue to do it all again. Until the next time I hear your name, or right beside you, now my thoughts to remain. When you're gone, mama, I'll be missing you. When you're gone, mama, I can still see your eyes. When you're gone, mama, this'll be my last goodbye. When you're gone, gone, gone. When you're gone, no one can call on you. When you're gone, I'll be missing you. When you're gone, mama, you still ain't acting right. When you're gone, gone, gone. When you're gone.